will always call you. I don't know whether you will agree or not. But please listen to our call whenever you are out of this office. This Prime Minister and Kargeji told much about you. So I don't want to add. And especially Derek is telling about the one-month-old or 1-year-old Venkayaji. So I just one recommendation or pleading to you. When you demit office, you got good connection with all BJP people. You used to be the BJP president. Still, ideology will not change. No? So tell them that the democratic atmosphere should be here in India, and especially at least in Parliament. And thank you very much, sir. I expect all the cooperation from you.
I tell all, this side and that side, respect democracy.
Yes. Will do.
G.K. Vasan.
Thank you, sir, for allowing me to speak. Sir, as you assumed office of the Vice President of the country and that of Chairman Rajya Sabha, sir, you brought with you a rich parliamentary experience, both from the opposition side and treasury benches, sir. This experience, sir, has definitely helped you in conducting the proceedings of this august house with wit and wisdom, and benefited each member of the house, sir, to contribute to the nation building, sir. Sir, your rich administrative experience across ministry has come in handy in maintaining the morale of officers of the Rajya Sabha Secretariat. Sir, the career progression scheme implemented by you has ensured that in services like those of reporters and interpreters, where promotions are hard to come, we have a workforce fully motivated to support the members of the Parliament, sir. As Vice President of the Republic, sir, you have always carried the true spirit of Indianness in your heart and in your words, sir. In your various engagements across the country and all over the world, sir, you have showcased that India is one family. At various fora, sir, you highlighted the importance of a language, especially the mother tongue, sir, and to protect our constitutional values, sir. Sir, your hard work, concern for the nation, your dedication, sir, we all know you are an inspiration for people from different walks of life. I am sure, sir, with your vast experience in public life, you will continue to guide the younger generations through your writings and public interactions, sir. On behalf of Tamil Nadu, sir, you have a special concern, sir. I say, not Vange, poitu Vange. That is always our culture, sir. Thank you, sir.
Andre, vanakkam. Jose K. Mani.
Sir, today I stand before the House to express my immense gratitude towards you for the inclusive and inspiring leadership you have exhibited as a chairman of Rajya Sabha. I consider it as my honor to have worked under your chairmanship, witnessing your passionate effort in strengthening the parliamentary democracy in our country. There are indeed, sir, in the House various instances where the House has experienced heated argument and verbal quarrelling, exchange of words, which I must say were masterfully diffused by an unbiased approach, light humor, simultaneously ensuring the gravity of the issue at hand was not compromised. As a member hailing from the southernmost state of the country, Kerala, I also would like to thank you for acting as a strong bridge between the South and the national capital. Coming from a southern state yourself, you are very well aware of the diversity in culture and tradition and have worked towards ensuring these differences will not cause any strife. Your presence in a way ensured the southern state will not be overlooked. So to conclude, your tenure and presence as a chairman had made an impact in Rajya Sabha with your intervention, deliberation, words and action and decisions. As days and as weeks and months and years go by, always your name will be remembered every nook and corner of this August House. Sir, adieu and all the best to you from my party, Kerala Congress, in your future endeavor. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Justice Mani. Ajit Kumar Bhuyan. Ajit Kumar.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. At the very outset, I convey my best wishes to the next phase of your life. As a politician and a public figure, you have immensely contributed for the growth and development of my country in all spheres. Your role as a chairman of Rajya Sabha is highly laudable.
Sir, your hard work, concern for the nation, your dedication, sir. We all know you are an inspiration for people from different walks of life. I am sure, sir, with your vast experience in public life, you will continue to guide the younger generations through your writings and public interaction, sir. On behalf of Tamil Nadu, sir, you have a special concern, sir. I say, not Vange, poitu Vange. That is always our culture, sir. Thank you, sir.
Andre, vanakkam. Jose K. Mani.
Sir, today I stand before the House to express my immense gratitude towards you for the inclusive and inspiring leadership you have exhibited as a chairman of Rajya Sabha. I consider it as my honor to have worked under your chairmanship, witnessing your passionate effort in strengthening the parliamentary democracy in our country. There are indeed, sir, in the House various instances where the House has experienced heated argument and verbal quarreling, exchange of words, which I must say were masterfully diffused by an unbiased approach, light humor, simultaneously ensuring the gravity of the issue at hand was not compromised. As a member hailing from the southernmost state of the country, Kerala, I also would like to thank you for acting as a strong bridge between the south and the national capital. Coming from a southern state yourself, you are very well aware of the diversity in culture and tradition and have worked towards ensuring these differences will not cause any strife. Your presence in a way ensured the southern state will not be overlooked. So to conclude, your tenure and presence as a chairman had made an impact in Rajya Sabha with your intervention, deliberation, words and action and decisions. As days and as weeks and months and years go by, always your name will be remembered every nook and corner of this August House. Sir, adieu and all the best to you from my party, Kerala Congress, in your future endeavor. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Justice Mani. Ajit Kumar Bhuyan. Ajit Kumar.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. At the very outset, I convey my best wishes to the next phase of your life. As a politician and a public figure, you have immensely contributed for the growth and development of my country in all spheres. Your role as a chairman of Rajya Sabha is highly laudable. Sir, you know India and its states by heart. I was pleased to read one article, one of your articles on Kanaklata Barua, a brave heart and a martyr of 1942 Quit India movement from my state, Assam. Sir, I humbly offer from you in political views and principles. I humbly differ from you in political and ideas and principles, but I am touched by your advocacy for mother tongue, for local languages. You feel the very essence of the glory and the existence of India. Your advocacy for mother tongue inspired me to deliver speech in Assamese in Rajya Sabha. Could not do it once in your tenure. As the, sir, I will always remember you as an advocate of mother tongue and as an advocate of multilinguistic and multicultural diversity of India. Sir, you are an advocate of mother tongue. I have already said, and for that I will always remember you with these words. On behalf of people of Assam, I wish good health and long life. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Manoj Kumar Jha.
शुक्रिया सर। संभवतः आज मैं आखिरी बार आपके लिए इस संबोधन का इस्तेमाल कर रहा हूं, माननीय सभापति महोदय। अगर कल हाउस चलेगा परसों तब भी मैं नहीं होऊंगा, इसलिए मैं ये बात कह रहा हूं। मेरे से पहले से वक्ताओं ने सर आपके जीवन संघर्ष, आपकी उपलब्धियों के बारे में बहुत चर्चा की है। मैं उनसे बेहतर नहीं कर सकता, अतः मैं उस पृष्ठभूमि को, उस पन्ने को किनारे रखता हूं। सर, आपके समक्ष पहले भी कहा है कि अलविदा का क्षण, विदाई का क्षण, फेयरवेल का क्षण बहुत आसान नहीं होता है किसी के लिए। कल को कोई और वहां बैठेंगे, आई बॉल्स को भी एडजस्ट होने में वक्त लगता है, व्यक्ति को सामंजस्य बिठाने में वक्त लगता है, तो वो दिक्कत परेशानियां होंगी, वो अपनी जगह है। सर मैं 3 अप्रैल 2018 को इस सदन में आया। आपने मुझे सबसे पहले वक्त की कीमत बताई। 3 मिनट का वक्त होता था, तभी हम 4 सदस्य थे। आप कहते थे योर टाइम इज अप। सर, आपका ये प्रभाव मुझ पर पड़ गया है कि अब मैं 50 मिनट की क्लास के लिए जाता हूं यूनिवर्सिटी में, तो 3 से 5 मिनट के बाद देखता हूं कि कहीं आप ये ना कह बैठे योर टाइम इज अप। ये सचमुच आपने कर दिया है मेरे साथ सर। वो 3 मिनट 5 मिनट का टेम्पलेट सा बन गया है अंदर आपकी वजह से सर। और आगे एक चीज और भी आप कहते थे, इसके आगे कुछ रिकॉर्ड पे नहीं जा रहा, तो वो भी दिमाग में रहता है कि अब आगे रिकॉर्ड पे ही नहीं जा रहा। सर, मैं इस अवसर पर एक कविता जो अशोक वाजपेयी ने विदा नाम से लिखी थी, मैं आपके समक्ष आपके लिए पढ़ना चाहता हूं। तुम चले जाओगे पर थोड़ा सा यहां भी रह जाओगे, जैसे रह जाती है पहली बारिश के बाद हवा में धरती की सोंधी सी गंध, भोर के उजास में थोड़ा सा चंद्रमा, खंडहर ओरे मंदिर में अनसुनी प्राचीन नुपुरों की झंकार। तुम चले जाओगे पर थोड़ी सी हंसी, वो आपका ट्रेडमार्क, थोड़ी सी हंसी, आंखों की थोड़ी सी चमक, हाथ की बनी थोड़ी सी कॉफी जो अक्सर अंदर मिला करती थी, यहीं रह जाएंगे प्रेम के इस सुनसान में। तुम चले जाओगे पर मेरे पास रह जाएगी प्रार्थना की तरह पवित्र और अदम्य तुम्हारी उपस्थिति, छंद की तरह गूंजता तुम्हारे पास होने का एहसास। तुम चले जाओगे, थोड़ा सा यहीं रह जाओगे। सर, ये समय की शिला पर मधुर लेखे कितने किसी ने मीठा बनाए, किसी ने मिटाए, ये रहेगा। एक चीज जो आपसे सीखी मैं कहना चाहता हूं, हम सब अलग अलग पृष्ठभूमि से आते हैं सर, वैचारिक राजनीतिक पृष्ठभूमि, बहुत शिद्दत से एक दूसरे के खिलाफ लड़ते हैं, लेकिन बीएससी की मीटिंग्स में आप अक्सर कहा करते थे डोंट स्टॉप कन्वर्सेशन। मुझे अपील करनी है आज की इस ओकेजन पे कि संवाद की ये परिपाटी खत्म ना होनी चाहिए। और कभी सर डाइनिंग टेबल पर बैठ के ये मत कह दीजिएगा द हाउस इज एडजर्न टू मीट एट 12 PM। थैंक यू सो मच सर। जय हिंद।
श्री विक्रमजीत सिंह।
झा साहब ने अभी कहा कि वो आखिरी बार बोल रहे थे, लेकिन ये भी एक कथारसिस है कि मैं पहली बार बोल रहा हूं। ऑनरेबल चेयरमैन सर, I rise before you as a first-time young parliamentarian today who does not come from a political background and are simply social worker. I appreciate your wisdom, articulate, keeping the cool and handling the various situations in this house very diligently, contrary to the perception which I had and what undergoing under the public leadership program at the Harvard University, I had a different perception of the upper house. But I will always remember your words of wisdom that we have collective responsibility in this house to work and encourage healthy debates, and we are accountable to billions of people as the representatives who have sent us here to represent them and the respective states. Having said that, it is an inspiration for all of us. Witnessed you as a young rebel student activist raising issues of student rights as Student Union, Jayaprakash Narayan Chhatra Sangharsh Samiti, which you launched in Nellore. Your leadership in Jaya Andhra movement at a very young age, I think it is a befitting, sir, for you to have an autobiography for the benefit of the younger generation. To defend the democracy of this great nation, you spent so much difficult nights in the emergency. Your contribution in the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana is very meaningful. And sir, many of us will not know that, Honorable Chairman, you founded a social service organization called Swarna Bharat in your hometown at Nellore, which runs a school for poor, orphaned and special needs and self-employment. This shows your empathy and humanness. I would convey my support to this noble cause, and I'm indebted to you. It was in your hands few days back that I committed my entire salary and perks for the education of poor children. I would only conclude at the end by saying that you are leaving behind a legacy of retired but not tired, as Honorable Pradhan Mantri ji ne kaha. You are leaving behind a legacy. Your tenure have many interesting anecdotes. You retire from this house with great memories. And at the end, I would say that this couplet is very synonymous to your personality. खुदी को कर बुलंद इतना, खुदी को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तदबीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे कि तेरी रजा क्या है। जय हिंद।
Thank you, Jai Hind. Vikas Ranjan Bhattacharya, CPM.
I stand here to bid you farewell, sir. But at the moment, I just recollect the day when I entered in this house for taking oath in the bad days of COVID period. In that day, one particular incident which struck me so well. Many members, while taking oath, I took my oath in my mother tongue Bangla. Someone had chanted something which really hits the basic concept of Indian secularism, and I was very happy and proud to say that I found yourself immediately reacted and said that this sort of slogan should not be raised in the House. So this constitutional morality, which is very important for our country, we find lacking in many personalities but you have been able to afford that. So another thing which really impressed me, I think impressed everybody, that your concept of plurality. When there has been an attempt to say that we have a singular attitude, there you have impressed upon us with your sense of plurality. That's the personality which has impressed me. Another one which struck me, that's your humor, the sense of humor. I was just wondering, this sense of humor, then I recollect George Bernard Shaw said, a person without humor is a person without education. Therefore, that basic education of yours really enlightened us to confirm our faith in Indian secularism, constitutional morality and plurality. These are the very important things we have learned from you. In the end, I just take a few lines from Tagore's. That is, jete nahi dibo, tobu jete dite hoy. I don't want you to leave, but I have to leave you because of the rule of nature. Therefore, sir, we are not leaving you from us, but you are by call of nature, the rule, leaving the chair, but remaining in our heart permanently. With this, I wish you a very good time in future.
Thank you, Vikas Ranjan ji. Raghav Chadda, brief ma.
सर, हर व्यक्ति को अपना पहला अनुभव जो होता है वो याद होता है. स्कूल का पहला दिन, पहला स्कूल प्रिंसिपल, पहली टीचर, पहला प्यार. इस सदन में जब मैं आया तो मेरे पहले चेयरमैन के रूप में जब मैंने अपने संसदीय जीवन की शुरुआत करी, मैं सदैव आपको याद रखूंगा सर. और ये मेरा सौभाग्य है कि जब मैं अपने संसदीय जीवन की शुरुआत करी तो आपका संरक्षण मुझे प्राप्त था. लेकिन ये मेरा दुर्भाग्य भी है सर कि एक ही सत्र सिर्फ आपके संरक्षण में काम करने का मौका मुझे मिला सर. इसी के साथ साथ सर, जिस दिन मेरी ओथ थी उस दिन आपने मुझे एक पंक्चुअलिटी का बड़ा अहम पाठ पढ़ाया था. मुझे याद है करीब 11 बजे का समय था और क्योंकि मैं अपने माता पिता के साथ सुबह पहले गुरुद्वारे गया, मत्था टेका, ट्रैफिक भी था तो आने में मुझे 8-10 मिनट देर हो गई. तब तक शपथ ग्रहण समारोह जो था वो समाप्त हो गया. आप मुड़कर वापस भी चले गए, लेकिन फिर मेरी रिक्वेस्ट पर आप वापस आए. आपने पंक्चुअलिटी का एक पाठ मुझे पढ़ाया और उसके साथ साथ मेरी ओथ भी आपने ही कराई थी. सर, इसके साथ साथ बस इतना ही कहना चाहूँगा कि आपकी भी जो जर्नी रही, जो यात्रा रही, वो कहीं ना कहीं हम लोगों की यात्रा से मेल खाती है. आप भी जयप्रकाश नारायण साहब के जो एक भ्रष्टाचार विरोधी आंदोलन रहा उसके एक समिति के अध्यक्ष रहे. हम भी भ्रष्टाचार विरोधी आंदोलन से जन्मे, हमारी पार्टी, हमारे नेता अरविंद केजरीवाल जी. तो एक समानता मैं आपके साथ आपके जीवन से ड्रॉ करता हूं. इसी के साथ साथ सर, आपकी जो एक जर्नी रही, आपकी जो जर्नी रही वो हम सारे युवाओं के लिए खास करके एक प्रेरणा स्रोत है. एक साधारण कार्यकर्ता से लेकर एक विधायक, सांसद, मंत्री और फिर उपराष्ट्रपति के तौर पे आपने अपना सर कार्यभार संभाला. और मैं बस अंत में इतना कहूंगा कि राज्यसभा का पहला सत्र जब 1952 में हुआ तो उस समय के जो चेयरमैन थे डॉक्टर राधाकृष्णन साहब, उन्होंने एक बात कही थी, मैं वो पढ़ के सुनाऊंगा सर. आई बिलोंग टू नो पार्टी एंड दैट मीन्स आई बिलोंग टू एवरी पार्टी इन द हाउस. It shall be my endeavor to uphold the traditions, the highest traditions of parliamentary democracy and act towards every party with fairness, impartiality, with ill will to none and goodwill to all. आपने सर उस सारे शब्दों को सार्थक किया है. मैं आपको अपना सफल कार्यकाल समाप्त करने पर बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं.
राघव, मेरे ख्याल से प्यार एक ही होता है ना, एक बार दूसरी बार फिर ऐसा होता है नहीं ना, पहला प्यार ही होता है.
मैं इतना अनुभवी नहीं हूं सर, अभी जीवन में इतना अनुभव नहीं हुआ, लेकिन अच्छा होता है सर जितना समझाया है.
हाँ, पहला प्यार अच्छा होता है, वही प्यार हमेशा रहना है जिंदगी भर.
फिर नेह का आह्वान फिर बार बार होता है.
थैंक यू. इसकी पीटी उषा चेंज.
Most respected Chairman Rajya Sabha Sri Venkaiah Naidu ji, a great orator, scholar who always stood along with the downtrodden people, particularly during his Nellore days. Sir, your yeoman service to the society as a whole, the nation will ever remember. We, the common man, always extend our love and affection towards your gentle parenting, who first time stepped into the temple of democracy. I personally have been experiencing the same since the last few weeks. Sir, we can express our gratitude towards you to say a mere thank you, but you will always live in our hearts as a master of oratory. On behalf of our entire Indian sports fraternity, I express my deep gratitude towards your true sportsman spirit, which reflects in your entire life and as a chairman of this august house. I sincerely wish you and your whole family members good health, peace, and cheer, and I wish that you would continue to serve the nation and community as a whole. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Sri Jawahar Sarkar.
Sir, thank you for this opportunity. So thank you for this opportunity, and I am reminded that exactly 5 years ago, you were gracious enough to preside over my farewell at a time when there was a lot of palpable tension about my departure from government. I saw the degree of pettiness that I thought I would never live to see, but you rose above that pettiness to say very gracious words. They are inscribed in my heart, and that is the impression I've carried, one who rises above pettiness and is known to be gracious. I have followed your knowledgeable interventions and speeches, and that is one thing that I bemoan. I often feel that I'm wasting my time because the quality of debate in the House is not packed with that degree of knowledge anymore for various reasons. I have not been able to communicate in the last 1 year or so because much of it went in disruption, and I am not comfortable with disruptive politics. I understand and I support the need for protest. Protest is an essential ingredient of democracy, but there are people who are more comfortable with that side, but I am not so comfortable. I shall remember your fairness.
Please, नहीं comment नहीं करना कोई बैठ के unnecessary आखिरी दिन में मेरे और मुंह से ऐसा शब्द नहीं.
I shall remember your fairness, sir. Both as a minister, I have had the good fortune of having fair ministers like you, Mr. Jaitley, Mr. Javadekar. I remember that. Your fairness on the chair, but fairness comes with a certain degree of brutality. It is inevitable. So I would only say that 73 is not an age to retire. There are temptations, and many of the allurements of retirement at an early age come from people around you with intentions, good or otherwise. But having said that, sir, I would still say that you will continue to hold your head high and continue to contribute, and though the woods are lovely, deep and dark, there are miles to go before you can sleep. Miles to go before you can sleep. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. If you have tension, you will not be able to pay attention and have retention, and it will be only pretension. That's why please don't have any tension in the house. See, Sant Balbir Singh.
बहुत बहुत आप दा धन्यवाद. ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਇਸ ਸੰਸਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਏ ਤੇ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਬੋਲਣ ਦਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਭਾਸ਼ਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਤੇ ਜੋ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਦਿਨ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਬੋਲ ਕੇ ਕਹੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚੰਗਾ ਬੋਲਿਆ ਤੇ ਉਹਦੀ ਚਰਚਾ ਪੱਲੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਆ. ਇਹ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਖੇਤਰੀ ਭਾਸ਼ਾਵਾਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਉਹ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਭਾਸ਼ਾਵਾਂ, ਪਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਆਪ ਦੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਕੁਝ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਸੀ, ਪਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਵਧਾਈ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਆ. ਪਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ 'ਚ ਬੋਲਣ ਦਾ ਅਧਿਕਾਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ, ਆ ਜੋ ਪਟਲ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਪੇਪਰ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਇਹ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਜਾਂ ਹਿੰਦੀ ਚ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ। ਇਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਤਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਕਰਾ ਲਾਂਗੇ, ਪਰ ਜੋ ਕੁਝ ਇੱਥੇ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ, ਬਹਿਸ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ, ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ। ਇੱਕ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਆ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਜਾਣ ਲੱਗੇ ਕੁਛ ਨਾ ਕੁਛ ਦੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਮੰਗ ਰਹੇ। ਸਾਡੀ ਸਮੱਸਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ, ਇੱਥੇ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਕਈਆਂ ਦੀ ਸਮੱਸਿਆ ਹੋਊਗੀ, ਪਰ ਉਹ ਬੋਲੇ ਨਹੀਂ। ਅਸੀਂ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਮਿਲੇ। ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ। ਗੁਰੂ ਸੁਖੀ ਰੱਖੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ।
Srimati Vandana Chavan, on behalf of all remaining women.
Thank you very much, sir. I was hoping that we get a chance. So thank you very much, sir. So this house has seen many farewells, but I think in the last 10 years that I have been here, there hasn't been a farewell as somber, in a somber atmosphere like this, sir. Farewell speeches are a lot of times formalities, but this one, sir, is different, and it is different only because of the person and personality that you are. You have given us so much love and affection that definitely we feel very much honored and very much revered to you, sir. Sir, you have been a disciplinarian. You have been very strict. Sometimes you reminded us of the headmaster in school. But you know, sir, the strictest teacher is the most loved. So similarly, sir, even though you were strict with us, you tried to imbibe discipline in us. You are the most loved up to now, sir. You have been witty with your repartees. You have been witty with the kind of rhymes in your sentences which you just exhibited, sir. You have been extremely passionate, and that is what made you very, very different. Sir, encouraging members to speak in their mother tongue, encouraging members, in fact, pushing them to attend committee meetings, which sometimes we would slip. Sir, your passion was seen even when one of my colleagues, Vijala Satyanarayan, spoke about child pornography in her 0 hour, and there you immediately put an ad hoc committee in place under the chairmanship of Dr. Sri Jairam Rameshji, and you had it sorted out. So this is the kind of passion. Even when important issues were being spoken about, sir, your voice itself vibrated, your voice itself showed that you were very concerned about that issue. Sir, you have been gracious. A lot of people have said you've been a wonderful host. Not only you, sir, but your entire family, your dear wife and entire family has been a wonderful host whenever we came to your place. Sir, I had the opportunity, the honor of inviting you for 2 functions. One was in Pune for the prestigious Punya Bhushan Puraskar. Second was here in the Parliament Annexi when some of us parliamentarians who form a group on children invited you to have a dialogue with the children. And I saw, sir, not just inside the house, but even outside in the Parliament, wherever you went, you attracted a lot of fan following, and that makes you different, sir. Sir, I also remember that during COVID times, Pune was doing very badly. Sir, I can never forget that you called me up to ask my own welfare, my family's welfare, and the welfare of the Punekars. So I have never experienced I have never had an experience earlier like this. Even lately, sir, when my name was not included in the 6-member panel, you were gracious to call me up and say and talk about your predicament. But thank you, sir. You've been great to us. You've been a wonderful fatherly figure. You have been like an elder brother to all of us sisters, especially. I wish you good health, sir, and I wish you the best for the new innings you're coming for. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vandanaji. C.P. Wilson.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. Sir, I am a new entrant to politics. When I came here, I was a senior advocate practicing in High Court and Supreme Court. But when I saw you, I feel that you have all the good qualities of a judge, good qualities of fairness. You allow equal opportunity, and you used to remind them that we have to do something to the people and people are watching us. Sir, we really feel that after seeing you, that all politicians should, train themselves as to how they have to behave inside this house, big house, August House. Sir, every time I see, sir, your endeavor is to uphold the dignity and the honor of this house. And in fact, sir, you have guided us at many occasions as to how we have to present ourselves when we speak on a bill, when we speak even in a 0 hour, even in great matters relating to touching upon the nation. Sir, in fact, sir, one thing is very common to us, sir. I come from Tamil Nadu, and sir, your second home state is Tamil Nadu. Sir, I feel that you are very close to the hearts of people in Tamil Nadu, and I pray that, sir, you should settle in our home state, sir. That is what I feel, sir. Sir, another thing is, sir, you have touched our hearts, sir, and you have moved with a lot of love and affection. Sir, every birthday, I receive a call from you, and you wish us, sir. Sir, we have never seen a leader like you, sir. We have never seen a chairman like you, sir. We are really moved by your good things, sir. In fact, I would only say that, sir, all of us has to carry forward, sir, whatever you have preached to us, whatever you have taught to us, and suddenly, sir, we will take it forward. And, sir, I wanted to say, sir, as my earlier speaker told, that we are going to miss you, sir. And I don't know whether anyone will occupy your place, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Sri Purushottam Rupada.
નમસ્કાર સાહેબ, આપનો ઘણો ઘણો આભાર કે આપે મને
ગુજરાતી
આ અવસર ઉપર બોલવા માટેની તક આપી. આપને કારણે જ હું અત્યારે અહીંયા ગુજરાતીમાં બોલી રહ્યો છું સાહેબ. એ માટે હું આપને ગુજરાતીમાં ધન્યવાદ આપું. સાહેબ, અહીંયાથી ઘણી બધી વાતો કહેવાની છે માનનીય પ્રધાનમંત્રીશ્રીએ અને આદરણીય વિરોધ પક્ષના નેતાશ્રીએ અને અન્ય સૌ આગેવાનોએ ખૂબ વિગતપૂર્ણ રીતે આપના સાથેના અનુભવો, આપની કારકિર્દી, આ બધાને ખૂબ સારી રીતે વર્ણવ્યું છે. એટલે હું એમની સાથે મારો સૂર પુરાવી અને એમાં સભાનો સમય વધારે લેવા નથી માગતો. મારે બે વિષયો તરફ આપના માધ્યમથી સદનનું ધ્યાન દોરવું છે અને ખાસ કરીને ગુજરાતની જનતાને યાદ દેવડાવવું છે સાહેબ. આપનો સરદાર સાહેબ તરફનો જે પ્રેમ છે સાહેબ, મને જાણ છે ત્યાં સુધી આપ વ્યક્તિગત રીતે સરદાર સાહેબના પ્રેમી છો. આપના ઘરના નિવાસ સ્થાને, આપના ઓફિસના નિવાસ સ્થાને અને આપના અત્યારના સત્તાવાર નિવાસ સ્થાને આપ એકમાત્ર સરદાર સાહેબના ફોટોને રાખો છો. એક સરદાર પ્રેમીને ગુજરાતી તરીકે હું સેલ્યુટ કરું છું સાહેબ. આપ સોમનાથ દાદાને પગે લાગવા ગયા હતા સાહેબ, એટલા માટે કે ત્યાં આપને એક સાથે બે કામ થાય. ભગવાન ભોળાનાથ સોમનાથના દર્શન તો થાય જ, પણ એના પટાંગણમાં ભગવાન ભોળાનાથના પ્રથમ પંક્તિના ગણ એવા સરદાર સાહેબના દર્શન પણ આપણને થાય. એટલા માટે આપ સોમનાથ ગયા હતા એમ કહેવામાં મને જરાય અતિશયોક્તિ નથી સાહેબ. મારે અહીંયા આ સદનના માધ્યમથી અમારા રાષ્ટ્રીય અધ્યક્ષ નડ્ડાજી અહીંયા આ ગ્રહમાં બિરાજમાન છે એટલા માટે યાદ કરાવવું છે સાહેબ કે અમારી ગુજરાતની અંદર 96-97માં પાર્ટીની અંદર અમારી આંતરિક મુશ્કેલી ઊભી થઈ હતી સાહેબ, અને અમારું ગુજરાત ભાજપ એક સંકટમાંથી પસાર થઈ રહ્યું છે. ત્યારે આજે મને ભારતીય જનતા પાર્ટીના કાર્યકર્તા તરીકે ગૌરવપૂર્વક અને ગંભીરતાપૂર્વક આ ગ્રહના ધ્યાન ઉપર મૂકવું છે કે સાહેબ, આપે ત્યારે ગુજરાતની અંદર કેમ્પ કરીને 15 દિવસનું ગુજરાતમાં મુકામ કરીને અમને બળ આપ્યું હતું, અમને સમજણ આપી હતી, અમને સધિયારો આપ્યો હતો. અને મને કહેવામાં જરાય અતિશયોક્તિ નથી સાહેબ કે ગુજરાત ભારતીય જનતા પાર્ટીની ક્ષમતામાં જે વધારો થયો છે એમાં એ વખતે આપે આપેલું સંબલ એ ખૂબ જ અગત્યનું હતું સાહેબ. આપ સાંજે આખા દિવસની દોડધામ પછી જે કંઈ ગતિવિધિઓ થતી હતી એ અમને ધારાસભ્યોને ભેગા કરીને એની સામે આપ અંગ્રેજીમાં ઉદ્બોધન કરતા હતા. હવે અમારું અંગ્રેજી કાંઈ ટપો પડે એવું નહોતું, એટલે જયનારાયણભાઈ વ્યાસને ગુજરાતી કરાવતા હતા, એ અંગ્રેજીમાંથી ગુજરાતી કરતા હતા. એ દિવસો સાહેબ અમને અમારા સ્મરણમાં બરાબર પાકી રીતે યાદ છે સાહેબ, અને એટલા માટે મને યાદ કરાવવાનું મન થાય છે સાહેબ. ગુજરાતીમાં રંગ આપવા માટેનો એક દોહો છે, ધનકો ઊંડા નવધરે રણમે ખેલે દાવ, ભાગી ફોજું ભેળવે તાકો રંગ ચડાવ. એ વખતે તમે અમારી ભાગી ફોજોને ભેગી કરીને લડાવવા માટેનું માર્ગદર્શન આપ્યું હતું, એના માટે આપને રંગ આપવા છે સાહેબ આપના ઘરનું આતિથ્ય જેમણે પણ માણ્યું છે એ જિંદગીભર એને ભૂલી નહીં શકે. એટલી આપની ત્યાં ઘરની આવા ભગત છે સાહેબ. અમારી ગુજરાતીના અમારા પ્રખર કવિ કાગબાપુએ એની રચના કરી હતી. એ ખ્યાલ નહીં હોય કાગબાપુને કે ભારતના એક ઉપરાષ્ટ્રપતિના ઘેરે જઈશું ત્યારે આવું આતિથ્ય મળશે. એજી તારા આંગણિયા હે પૂછીને જો કોઈ આવે રે આવકારો મીઠો આપજે રે જી. કાગબાપુની આ રચનાને આપના આતિથ્યમાં આપે સાકાર કરી છે એ માટે આપને જાજાથી રામ રામ. જય સોમનાથ. શ્રાવણ મહિનો છે. ભગવાન સોમનાથ બાપાને પ્રાર્થના કરું કે આપને ખૂબ તંદુરસ્તી આપે, આપને ખૂબ દીર્ઘાયુષ્ય આપે અને આપના માર્ગદર્શનથી અમને કાયમ આપ પ્રભાવિત કરતા રહો એવી પ્રાર્થના સાથે જાજાથી રામ રામ.
સુપરજી આપના ભાષણમાં તમે સ્વરૂપ બોલે છે. ધન્યવાદ આપકો. શ્રી જયરામ રમેશ.
Thank you, sir. Sir, there have been two distinguished Indians who have occupied the position of Vice President and Chairman of the Rajya Sabha, who hail from Nellore district of Andhra Pradesh. The first is a man whose photograph we see every day and whom we take for granted today, but who is one of the great institution builders of modern India, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. And the second, to leave a distinctive mark on Indian political life, is Peddalulu Gauravanilu Muppavarupu Venkaya Naidu Garuji. Sir, 5 years ago, when you took over, you started your innings characteristically by saying, if you cooperate, I can operate. Today, after 5 years of cooperation and operation, it has become a time of separation. And sir, it's a very emotional moment for all of us because you have conducted this house in a very unusual way. People have praised you for allowing all languages of India to be spoken in this house. That's a remarkable achievement. People have congratulated you for giving youngsters equal opportunity. That is a remarkable achievement. But sir, there are other remarkable achievements of yours which have struck in my mind. You are the only chairman who has adjourned the house while standing up. You are the only chairman who has adjourned the house and as soon as he is sat down. And you are the only chairman sometimes whose decisions have mystified not only the opposition but also the ruling party. So you've been very fair in spreading your largesse, sir, and for that I commend you, because although you have come from a political party, as president of a political party, you have not allowed that background to influence any decisions you took. And some of your decisions baffled the treasury benches that they came to me to ask me whether I have any inside knowledge of why you took certain decisions. So I think that's a hallmark of a true chairman, that you have treated all of us equally, given all of us equal opportunity, and conducted the proceedings of this house at very tense moments in a spirit of wit and humor. So Derek O'Brien, my friend, was very unkind to you. He reminded you of some of your speeches you made while you were sitting here. So I am tempted to add to this unkindness, because I remember the 5-hour ordeal that I had to undergo in an argument with you on the 20th of February 2014, when the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Bill was being discussed on the floor of this house. Yes. And the last word, sir, belonged to you. After the Prime Minister had said that we will give special category status to the state of Andhra Pradesh for 5 years, you got up and said, when our government comes, we'll give it for 10 years. So I'm sorry, sir, that I have to remind you of this promise. But these are, this is part of life. We are here, we are there. Some of us migrate to where you are sitting, and I think it's a remarkable tribute to your skills that you have occupied all positions of this house and other houses. So everybody has remarked about your sense of humor. I know many people with a sense of humor, but their sense of humor is directed at somebody else. You're one of the very few I know who directs his sense of humor at himself. I remember, sir, after 3 terms in the Rajya Sabha in Karnataka, I had a conversation with you. And I said to you, sir, why aren't you coming back for the 4th term from Karnataka? I went to Bangalore and I saw people shouting, Venkaiah, Sakaiya, which means enough of Venkaiah. And you said to me immediately, no, it is Venkaiah, Bekaiah, which means we want Venkaiah. And very soon, sir, you came back to this house from Rajasthan. So your sense of humor is directed at yourself, not necessarily at somebody else. And that's why, sir, the other day at your house I remarked, many people aspire to be great in public life, but you have aspired to be good. And you will be remembered long after the great men have been forgotten, because you are a good man, because you have been a kind man, you have been a large-hearted man. Finally, sir, you are moving to one Tyagaraj Marg. I want to make a special request to you. You have been a champion of Indian languages. Who is this Tyagaraj? In Tamil, he is Tyagaraja. In Telugu, he is Tyagaraja. Why is he made Tyagaraj in Delhi? This is what Hindi imperialism does. This is what Hindi zealotry does. And sir, when you go to occupy your house, you will find it is not Tyagaraj as one word. Tyag and Raj. Nobody in Raj does any Tyag, sir. It is Tyagaraja. So I hope you will ensure that the name of the house that you will occupy for the next innings of your life will be Tyagaraja Marg and not Tyagraj Marg.
Thank you. Thank you. This has been, I am told that has been there for long. Definitely I will change it, don't worry. Tyagaraja is a great musician. And people in Tamil Nadu, in Telugu and in Karnataka, they love his music. And he's a great man. He is now becoming international also, Tyagaraja. So we will all be remembering Tyagaraja also. I will also try my bit to highlight his contribution to the music world across the country. Humor, I would like to tell you members, before I leave this house at the end of the day, or whenever the house is going to be, 10th is my last day. The humor is very much required. If humor and grammar are combined together, grammar means subject, not the English grammar. Humor and grammar is combined, then you will be glamorous. That has to be understood by others. Humor, grammar, or glamour. Then people will pay more attention to you and they will be able to take you seriously. If you speak in a very serious language, which is not understood by people, only Harvard and Oxford people can understand, then it will not reach the common man. That's why I try to sometimes add lighter one-liners. There are no other intention. Honorable members, before I go to Parliament Affairs Minister and also Leader of the House, Finance Minister, a couple of ministers also want to speak. We should give them an opportunity also. But there are other names. But if I take the names, then there is a request also from both sides. There is one bill which is pending, which has to be disposed of today. And then we have a function also. Okay. No, I will give an opportunity to you. So please bear with me. Do not think otherwise. I know the love and affection you have. Now we will hear our Parliament Affairs Minister, Prahlad Joshi, Kannada. Kannada?
Yes, sir. You know, sir, you have a lot of connection even today in Karnataka. With your permission, I would like to speak in Kannada. Sir, ತಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಬಹಳ ಹಳೆಯದಾಗಿದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಜನರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದಂಥ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಇದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಈ ಪದವಿಯನ್ನು, ಉಪರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಪತಿ ಪದವಿಯನ್ನು ನೀವು ಮತ್ತು ಒಬ್ಬ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಆಗಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿನ ಸಭಾಪತಿಯಾಗಿ ತಾವು ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಿರುವಂಥ ರೀತಿ ಇದು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸದಾಕಾಲಕ್ಕೂ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಲೈಫ್ದಲ್ಲಿ, ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕ ಬದುಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನವಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಮತ್ತು ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತು ನನ್ನಂಥ ಅನೇಕ ಇವತ್ತು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾರು ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಇವತ್ತು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಗಳನ್ನು ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನೀವು ಒಬ್ಬ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶಕರಾಗಿ, ಒಬ್ಬ ಮೆಂಟರ್ ಆಗಿ, ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಂಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನು ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸ್ತೀರಿ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ನೀವು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷನಾಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಸಹಿತ ನೀವು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಆತ್ಮೀಯತೆಯಿಂದ ಕರೆದು ಮಾತನಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಆತ್ಮೀಯತೆಯಿಂದ ನೀವು ಮಾತನಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಸಂಗತಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಕಲಿತಿರುವುದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಸಮಯಬದ್ಧತೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಖರವಾಗಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮದು. ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ, ಅದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯ ಪದಾಧಿಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ನೀವು ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಾವು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಮೊದಲು ಬರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹಾಸ್ಯಮಯವಾಗಿ ಲೈಟರ್ ವೇನ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಹೆಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೇಗ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಥಾ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಭಯನೂ ಇತ್ತು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೆಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತಂದರೂ ಸಹಿತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಂಗತಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ವಜ್ರಾದಪಿ ಕಠೋರಾಣಿ ಮೃದೂನಿ ಕಸ್ಮಾದಪಿ. ವಜ್ರದಷ್ಟು ಕಠೋರ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಸಹಿತ ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮೃದುವಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮಾತನಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ, ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಮಾತನಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ. ಮತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಥಾನೀಯ ಭಾಷೆಗಳ, ಮದರ್ ಟಂಗ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಮಾತೃಭಾಷೆಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿನ ನಮ್ಮ ಸದಸ್ಯರು, ಹಿರಿಯರು ಮಾತನಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ನೀವು ಮಾತೃಭಾಷೆಯನ್ನೂ ಬರೀಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೂ ಮರೀಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತು ಬೇರೆ ಮಾತೃಭಾಷೆಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆಯೂ ಸಹಿತ ನೀವು ಅದೇ ಗೌರವದಿಂದ ವರ್ತಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು ಮತ್ತು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ಕೊಡುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಭಾರತದ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಮರೀಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಧರಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದಂದರೆ ಬಿಳಿ ಅಂಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಆ ಲುಂಗಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ನೀವು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಧರಿಸುವುದನ್ನು ಬಹಳ ಅಭಿಮಾನದಿಂದ ನೋಡುವಂಥ ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೇವಲ ಚಳಿಗಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಕೋಡನ್ನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭಾಷೆಯನ್ನು ಬಿಡಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಬಿಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಊರನ್ನೂ ಮರೀಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ನೆಲ್ಲೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದನು ಸಹಿತ ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಮೊನ್ನೆನೂ ನನಗೆ ಕರೆದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನೆಲ್ಲೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತೂ, ಮತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು NGO ಮೂಲಕನೂ ಕೂಡ ತಾವೇನು ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸ್ಮರಣೀಯವಾದದ್ದು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಂಬಂಧ, ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಜನರಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ತಾವು ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಸಹಿತ ಈಗ ಉಪರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಪತಿ ಆಗುವವರೆಗೆ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಇತ್ಯಾದಿ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಬಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಜನಾರ್ದನ್ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಅಂತೇನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇನೆ ಹೋಗುವಂಥದ್ದೇನೆ, ಆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ದಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋಗಿ ತಾವು ಎಂದಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಈಗ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಿಗಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಆ ರೀತಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮುಕ್ತವಾಗಿ ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಇದ್ದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಬಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ವಾತಾವರಣವನ್ನು ಏನು ನೀವು ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ದೋಸೆ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಮಸಾಲೆ ದೋಸೆ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಭೇಟಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಯಾವುದೇ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಎನಿ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವೆಂಕಯ್ಯಜಿ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಿಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಆ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಅವ್ರು ಎಂತ ಅಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆದಾಗೂ ಸಹಿತ ಅಲ್ಲೇನೆ ಬಂದು ಕೂತು ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಅದೊಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹಾಲ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಬಂದು ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಬಹಳ ಸರಳ ಸ್ವಭಾವಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿಡಿದ ಕೈಗನ್ನಡಿ ಅಂತ ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನನಗೆ ನೆನಪಿರೋದು, ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಆದಾಗ ಕೂಡ ತಾವು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾದಂಥ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಪದವಿಯನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದದ್ದು ಬಹುಶಃ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ಎಂದಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಮರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಯಾರೂ ಭಾವಿಸಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಭಾರತದ ಏಕೀಕರಣ ಮತ್ತು ವಲ್ಲಭಭಾಯಿ ಪಟೇಲರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಮಗಿರುವಂಥ ಅಪಾರವಾದಂಥ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಇದರಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಅನೇಕ ಬಾರಿ ಆ ವಿಷಯಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಮತ್ತು ನೀವು ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಲೇಖನವನ್ನು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇನು ಭಾಳ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ವೇಗವಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಸಬದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಮಾತನಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ. ಅನೇಕ ಸರ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭಾಷಣವನ್ನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, ಅನೇಕ ಪ್ರಮುಖರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಭಾಷಾಂತರ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಅಷ್ಟು ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಅದೇ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸಹಿತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭಾಷೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಆ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಹಾಸ್ಯಮಯವಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭಾಷಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಸ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಗಂಭೀರವಾದಂಥ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ನೀವು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬೆರೆಸಿ ಅನೇಕ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರಿಗೆ ಅನೇಕ ಜನರಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಪ್ರೇರಣಾ ಶಕ್ತಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನೀವು ದಣಿವರದ ನಾಯಕರು, ನೀವು ದಣಿವು ಅರಿಯದ ನಾಯಕರು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಮುಂದೂ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕೇ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನೀವು ಈ ಪದವಿಯನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊಸ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಸ ಒಂದು ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದೂ ಕೂಡ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಸದಾಕಾಲಕ್ಕೂ ನೀವು ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಶುಭ ಕೋರ್ತೇನೆ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ನಿರ್ಮಲಾ ಸೀತಾರಾಮನ್.
There was a correction. It's all right.
Bill. Okay. And Deputy Chairman, बाद में Leader of the House and then.
सर, आपके कार्यकाल के समापन के अवसर पर आपसे जो कुछ सीखा, जो हमारा निजी अनुभव रहा, बड़े भरे मन से मैं कहने की अनुमति चाहूंगा। आपकी जो पहली तस्वीर मेरे जेहन में, मेरी स्मृति में दर्ज है, मैं युवा विद्यार्थी था। जयप्रकाश जी के घर पर एवरी मैन मैगजीन में आपकी तस्वीर थी एक विशाल रैली के साथ, जिसमें आप जयप्रकाश जी का हाथ पकड़े हुए थे। और आंध्र प्रदेश की वो तस्वीर मेरे जेहन में बैठी तो स्पष्ट हुआ कि बदलाव के लिए संघर्ष करने वाले युवा के रूप में, छात्र नेता के रूप में आपने लीग से अलग हटकर, भीड़ से अलग हटकर रास्ता चुना है जीवन का। और सर, हमने बचपन में सुना था कि लीग से हटकर चलने वाले ही रास्ता नया बनाते हैं, और आपने इस धारणा और मान्यता की पुष्टि अपने जीवन से की है। हम लोगों ने, माननीय दो सांसदों ने रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट की मशहूर कविता ऊट्स आर लिवली का उल्लेख किया, पर मैं आपके जीवन से जोड़ करके जब देखता हूं तो मुझे रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट की एक और कविता याद आती है, रोड लेस ट्रेवल्ड। सर, जब आपने लीग छोड़ करके चलकर कैसे रास्ता बनाया और हम सबको कैसे वो लगातार प्रेरित करेगा, आंध्र में जब आपने राजनीतिक जीवन में पांव रखा तो उस विचारधारा को चुना जिससे मानने वाले तब शायद वहां नहीं थे। और आपका जो प्रिय खाने पीने का शौक रहा है, उसका भी अनुपालन वहां नहीं होता था, यह भी हम सब ने सुना। फिर भी आपने अपनी राजनीतिक यात्रा की यह मानकर शुरुआत की कि हम अपने कन्विक्शन से नया रास्ता बनाएंगे। यही है सर जीवन का मर्म, रोड लेस ट्रेवल्ड। और उससे चलकर ही आपने कन्विक्शन की राजनीति से जीवन के प्रति समर्पण, अगर कन्विक्शन की राजनीति के प्रति हो, अपनी आइडियोलॉजी और मान्यताओं के प्रति हो, तो कुछ भी नामुमकिन नहीं है। ये आपने सिद्ध किया है सर, और आने वाली पीढ़ियों के लिए यह हमेशा प्रेरित करेगा। सर, गांव से निकलकर, लेकिन मैं अपने नजदीक के अनुभव के बारे में कुछ चीजें कहना चाहूंगा। सर, मैं सांसद के रूप में आया तो आपके साथ कंसल्टेटिव कमेटी में काम करने का पहला रूबरू मौका मिला। मेरा कोई परिचय नहीं था, हालांकि मैं आपको बहुत पढ़ता और जानता रहा हूं, बिना कहे मैंने समझ लिया पहली मीटिंग से कि आपके साथ काम करने के लिए अच्छी तरह से होमवर्क करके आना जरूरी है। बगैर पूरा होमवर्क किए बेहतर काम जिसकी अपेक्षा आप करते हो संभव नहीं है। साथ ही मैंने पाया उसी बैठक में एक बैठक थी तेलुगु नए वर्ष के अवसर पर, कैसे आपने उस दिन प्रतीक के रूप में इस्तेमाल होने वाली घर की चीजें, गांव की चीजें, उनको अपने घर से मंगवाया, सारे सदस्यों को उत्साह से जो आपके जीवन का, आपके व्यक्तित्व का हिस्सा है, खिलाया। पर उससे मुझे संदेश मिला कि देश की भारतीयता की मिट्टी, स्वस्थ रीति रिवाजों, परंपराओं, संस्कृति और भाषा के प्रति आपका कितना गहरा लगाव है, और आधुनिकता की जो कथित आंधी और देश का जो इलिट क्लास है उसके मुकाबले कैसे इन चीजों से देश ताकत ग्रहण कर सकता है, ये सर हमने आपके साथ रहकर जाना। मैं आपके साथ कुछ और नजदीक रूप में काम करने का अवसर मिला जब मैं उपसभापति के रूप में सर आया। मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि सर, it would have been very difficult for me to carry out my responsibilities as a deputy chairman without your guidance, support, advice and encouragement. हर क्रिटिकल मोमेंट में जिस तरह से आपका सपोर्ट, मार्गदर्शन मिला, वो मुझे हमेशा स्मरण करेगा, प्रेरित करेगा, राह दिखाएगा। It was a privilege for me to work with you, sir. पर कुछ चीजें जो बगैर आपके कहे व्यक्तित्व से जो आपका सीखा, वो मैं उल्लेख करना चाहूंगा। आपके आचरण से, कार्यशैली से, समय की पाबंदी, और जो गांधीयन लिगेसी थी, जो गांधी जी कहा करते थे कि इनडिसिप्लिन इज वायलेंस, उस तरह आपने किस तरह स्वानुशासन को जीवन में उतारा, देश के प्रति आपका लगाव, मिट्टी के प्रति लगाव, यह हमने जाना। राज्यसभा में आपने हमेशा कहा, निर्देश दिया हम सबको कि नए सदस्यों का लगातार उत्साहवर्धन हो, समय हो, देर तक लोग बैठने के लिए तैयार हो तो बहस के लिए उन्हें पर्याप्त समय भी मिले, मुद्दे उठाने और बोलने का मौका मिले। पैनल ऑफ वाइस चेयरमैन भी नए सदस्यों को लाना, उन्हें सदन चलाने का मौका देना। आपके पार्लियामेंट्री विट और ह्यूमर के बारे में बताया गया। सर, मैं मानता हूं कि आप में गिफ्टेड है, यह प्रकृति का नेचर है, शब्दों से खेलने और शब्दों को साधने की अद्भुत कला और क्षमता आप में है। एक पंक्ति में अपनी बात कहने की कला, ये साधना। सर, तनाव के क्षणों में भी लाइटर वेन में महत्वपूर्ण बातें कहने का अंदाज। एक सदस्य के रूप में जब मैं नीचे बैठता था तो मुझे याद है कि आपने एक चीज कही थी जो मेरे दिमाग में चस्पा है, और आने वाले समय में जो संसदीय जीवन की मर्यादा मानने के लिए हमेशा उसको अपनाएंगे, वह वन लाइनर हमेशा काम करेगा। सर, आपने कहा था, इफ यू आर नॉट वेल ऑन फैक्ट्स यू विल बी इन द वेल ऑफ द हाउस। एक कहावत सुनी थी सर, शायद रस्किन का कहा, थॉट्स दैट ब्रीथ एंड वर्ड्स दैट बर्न, विचार जो सांस लेते हैं यानी जीवंत विचार, और शब्द जो उद्वेलित करते हैं। आपके वैचारिक लेखों को मैं लगातार पढ़ता रहा सर, और सदन के संबंध में, खासतौर से संसदीय परंपराओं के संबंध में जिस तरह से थॉट प्रोवोकिंग आप लिखते रहे हैं, उनमें से एक एक शब्दों को ग्रहण करने की मैंने लगातार कोशिश की। सर, निजी बातचीत में हमने हमेशा पाया कि रूल्स, कन्वेंशंस, प्रैक्टिसेज एंड प्रेसिडेंट्स जो इस हाउस में हाउस बनने के बाद रहे हैं, उसके विपरीत एक चीज ना हो, और आपने होने नहीं दिया, यह मैं कह सकता हूं सर। सर, मैं संसदीय नियमों, कामों के प्रति आपकी मर्यादा, उन्हीं के अनुरूप चलना, और श्रेष्ठ बहस हो तो उस दिन आपकी प्रसन्नता, और हाउस न चले तो उस दिन आपकी जो आत्म पीड़ा थी उसका मैं साक्षी रहा हूं, वह मैं कह सकता हूं। साथ ही सर, कोविड-19 के चुनौतीपूर्ण और न भूलने वाले क्षणों में आपने किस तरह से सावधानी से हम सबको काम करने और लगातार अपने जो फर्ज है उसको निभाने का हौसला दिया, प्रेरित किया, और किस तरह कोविड के नियमों को अपने स्वानुशासन से हम अपने जीवन में उतारें, इसके लिए प्रेरित किया। सर, आप में मैंने एक हमेशा नयापन यानी नए ढंग से चीजों को सोचने का तौर तरीका पाया, इनोवेशन। सर, मैं कह सकता हूं कि आप मैन ऑफ आइडियाज हैं। और बहुत संक्षेप में मैं बताना चाहूंगा सर कि आपकी कार्यशैली किस रूप में यहां मैंने देखी। पहला, आपने रूल्स और प्रोसीजर जिनकी ओरिजिन फंडामेंटली कॉलोनियल समय की है, जिनमें आज के समय की जरूरत के अनुरूप सुधार की जरूरत है, मॉडर्नाइज करने के लिए उन्हें आपने रूल्स रिव्यू कमेटी का गठन किया, जिसने अपनी रिपोर्ट में बड़े अच्छे सुझाव दिए हैं। सर, माननीय एलओपी ने भी इसका उल्लेख किया। मैं सदन के साथ साथ आपके राज्यसभा की समितियों के कामकाज में कैसे सुधार हो, उस पर लगातार नजर रखना, उसका उल्लेख करना, बैठकों में कैसे उपस्थिति बढ़े, इसकी निरंतर कोशिश और मोटिवेशन। साथ ही सर, आपके जो नए प्रयास यहां रहे, सदन व सचिवालय पेपरलेस हो, इसके लिए टेक्नोलॉजी के उपयोग में उल्लेखनीय प्रगति, सदन में डिजिटलाइजेशन के काम को गति, ई ऑफिस सिस्टम में उल्लेखनीय प्रगति, क्योंकि बदलते समय में टेक्नोलॉजी से अलग होकर हम नहीं चल सकते, समय किसी की प्रतीक्षा नहीं करता, इसलिए हम कैसे आधुनिकता बदलाव के साथ गति रख सकें, इसके लिए आपने हमेशा प्रेरित किया। सर, भारतीय भाषाओं के उपयोग के बारे में बहुत कहा गया, लेकिन मैं एक उल्लेख करना चाहूंगा सर कि आपने कमेटी बनाई थी कि भारतीय भाषाओं के जो प्रचलित शब्द हैं वो कैसे हिंदी में जो कठिन शब्द लगते हैं यहाँ वाद विवाद में सदन में, वो इस्तेमाल किए जाएं। उस समिति ने महत्वपूर्ण काम किया और अनेक भाषाओं के काफी शब्द उसमें लाए। राज्यसभा सचिवालय की कार्यप्रणाली में सुधार के लिए भी समिति का गठन। सर, आपके जीवन का वो संदेश हमेशा हम जैसे लोगों के लिए प्रेरक पुंज के रूप में रहेगा कि आप गांव से सर्वोच्च पद तक पहुंचे। सर, आपके परिवार में कोई राजनीति में नहीं रहा, साइकिल से आपने स्कूल कॉलेज की यात्रा की, अटल जी के भाषणों से प्रभावित हुए, एबीपी की लीडरशिप, फिर भारतीय जनसंघ में युवा नेता, यानी एक साधारण कार्यकर्ता से भारतीय जनता पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष तक, विभिन्न मंत्रालयों का दायित्व, 19 वर्षों तक इस सदन का अनुभव, फिर राज्यसभा के चेयरमैन और देश के उपराष्ट्रपति तक पहुंचना, लॉन्ग डिस्टिंग्विश्ड पब्लिक लाइफ का उल्लेखनीय पड़ा और बेदाग। सर, मैं अंत में 2 चीजें सर कहकर मैं अपनी बात खत्म करना चाहूंगा। सर, आपका ह्यूमन अप्रोच, आपकी सेंसिटिविटी और अनुशासन, आपके व्यक्तित्व के ऐसे अनेक पहलू हमें आजीवन संबल देंगे। काशी विद्यापीठ के दीक्षांत समारोह में देश रत्न डॉक्टर भगवान दास ने 1925 में तैत्तरीय उपनिषद का एक यादगार उल्लेख किया है। उसकी एक पंक्ति है सर, कभी संशय हो कि यह काम अच्छा है या नहीं, तो जो श्रेष्ठ जन आचरण करते हैं उनका अनुसरण करना। सर, ऐसे घड़ी में जब भी जहां द्वंद्व हो, उसमें आपके बताए रास्ते हमें रास्ता दिखाएंगे। सर, अंत में राज्यसभा के 249वें सत्र के दौरान आपने कहा था, यह सीख हमें जब तक यहाँ है अवश्य जेहन में रहेगी। As the House of Elders, we need to lead by examples. It's a privilege that the people bestowed on us. The expectations are high, our responsibilities are onerous. We can ill afford to regret for the lost opportunities that we had. If we fail our people, we fail our nation. सर, ईश्वर से प्रार्थना है कि आप दीर्घायु हों, आपकी सेहत हमेशा अच्छी रहे, आपकी सक्रियता हमेशा बनी रहे, देश और हम सबको इसी तरह आप मार्गदर्शन और उत्साहवर्धन करते रहें। सर, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
पीयूष गोयल, लीडर ऑफ द हाउस।
धन्यवाद माननीय सभापति महोदय। आज हमारे कई मित्र, सांसद मित्रों ने अपनी अपनी बातें रखी। कई मित्र ऐसे हैं जिनको बोलने का मौका नहीं मिला। मैं कोशिश करूंगा कि हम सब की भावनाएं आपकी तरफ, जो मिक्स्ड फीलिंग्स हैं हम सबके दिल में, उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा अपनी बात रख सकूं। वास्तव में ऐसा दिन हम सब के लिए तकलीफ होती है कि एक तरफ अच्छी यादें हैं, अच्छी चीज़ें ध्यान में आती हैं आपके जीवन की, आपके 5 वर्ष के कार्यकाल की, आपके सफल और एक प्रकार से ऐतिहासिक कार्यकाल। और मैं कहूँगा क्यों मैं ऐतिहासिक कहता हूँ उसको, इसकी खुशी भी हम सबके दिल में है। साथ ही साथ आपकी अनुपस्थिति भी हम सबको तकलीफ देती है कि अब आने वाले अगले सत्र से आप नहीं रहेंगे। जिस प्रकार से आपने निष्पक्ष तरीके से इस सदन की कार्रवाई चलाई, उस सबको हम मिस करेंगे। पर ये तो प्रकृति का नियम है, समय चलता रहता है। और पिछले 5 वर्षों में जिस प्रकार से आपने सुचारू रूप से राज्यसभा चलाई है, सदन की गरिमा बढ़ाई है, उसके बारे में अगर हम अच्छी यादों के साथ आज विदाई लेंगे तो मैं समझता हूं कि हम सबके व्यक्तिगत अनुभव भी हैं और सामूहिक अनुभव भी बहुत अच्छे रहे हैं गत 5 वर्षों के। आपके कार्यकाल में बहुत महत्वपूर्ण निर्णय लिए गए जिनका प्रभाव भारत की राजनीति पर और हमारे इतिहास में सदैव रहेगा। आपकी अध्यक्षता में इस सदन ने बहुत क्रूशियल लेजिस्लेटिव बिजनेस विधेयक पारित किए। गरीब कल्याण हो, सामाजिक सुरक्षा हो, ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस या ईज ऑफ लिविंग हो, राष्ट्रीय एकता की बात हो, महिलाओं की सुरक्षा के संबंध में विधेयक हो, युवाओं के बारे में चर्चा हो, स्पोर्ट्स हो, इकोनॉमिकली वीकर सेक्शंस को रिजर्वेशन देने का काम आपके कार्यकाल में किया गया। ट्रांसजेंडर्स का एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण बिल आपके कार्यकाल में किया गया। किसानों के लिए, कामगारों के लिए, समाज में शोषित वंचित लोगों के जीवन में एक नया उमंग और उत्साह देने का काम इस सदन ने आपके कार्यकाल में किया और मैं मानता हूं कि ये सब विधेयक, ये सब काम स्वर्णिम अक्षरों में लिखा जाएगा जब इस सदन का और भारत का इतिहास लिखेंगे। आपका सानिध्य मुझे लगभग बहुत छोटी आयु से मिला। आपके मार्गदर्शन में काम करने का मौका पहले पार्टी कार्यकर्ता के रूप में, फिर अलग अलग दायित्वों को निभाते हुए, अलग अलग चुनाव में काम करते हुए और फिर आपके साथ एक जूनियर मिनिस्टर के रूप में आपके मार्गदर्शन मिला। आपने बताया कैसे अलग अलग कामों में हमने काम करना है, कैसे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के विजन को आगे लेके जाना है, किस प्रकार से इस देश का भविष्य हम बनाना चाहते हैं, किस प्रकार से इस देश का भविष्य देखना चाहते हैं। उसमें आपने मुझे बहुत कुछ सिखाया, बहुत कुछ समझाया और समय समय पर मुझे आपके पास आने का मौका मिला, आपसे सीखने का मौका मिला। मुझे आज याद आता है कि 2010 में जब मैं पहली बार सांसद बना तब सेकंड लास्ट रो में ठीक सामने बैठता था और 3-4 दिन ही हुए थे सांसद बने जब मुझे प्रणब दा ने एक बिल इंट्रोड्यूस किया था एडा और सेबी के एक विवाद के बारे में और मुझे बोलने का आदेश हमारे पार्टी के विप से आया। तब थोड़ा नर्वस था, 4 ही दिन हुए थे पार्लियामेंट में, समय भी कम था तैयारी का। तब आपने मुझे बुला के जिस प्रकार से मेरा हौसला बढ़ाया, जिस प्रकार से हिम्मत दी, जिस प्रकार से समझाया कि क्या विषय रखा जाए, कैसे रखा जाए, क्या तैयारियां की जाए, किन लोगों से सलाह मशुरा किया जाए, उससे वास्तव में बहुत सरल हो गया मेरी मेडन स्पीच देना। और आजकल तो मेडन स्पीच में भी समय की पाबंदी रहती है। मुझे ध्यान है उस समय पाबंदी ना होने के कारण मैं ऐसा प्रभावित हो गया विषय में, शायद 45 मिनट तक मेरी मेडन स्पीच चली। और एक प्रकार से जो हिचक रहती है एक नए सांसद की, वो हिचक दिल से निकल गई और आगे के लिए सांसद के रूप में काम करना सरल हो गया। आपके जीवन के बारे में कई माननीय सांसदों ने कई सारे बातों को बताया, कई स्मरण सबने अपने शेयर किए। आपने उपाध्यक्ष महोदय जयप्रकाश नारायण जी के समय से शुरू हुई इनकी राजनीतिक प्रवास के बारे में विस्तार से बताया। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने भी कई सारे माननीय वेंकैया नायडू जी के व्यक्तिगत उनके अनुभवों के बारे में हम सबको अवगत किया। लेकिन वेंकैया जी के जीवन के 3 पहलू जिसने हम सबको कभी ना कभी टच किया है, एक है ट्रैवलिंग, एक है टॉकिंग और एक है ट्रेनिंग। उनको प्रवास करने का बहुत रुचि रहती है। मैं समझता हूं देश के कोने कोने में गए हैं अलग अलग दायित्व निभाते हुए। हम सबने उनको अपने अपने क्षेत्र में देखा है और एक प्रकार से देश की जमीनी वास्तविकताओं के बारे में माननीय वेंकैया नायडू जी ने बहुत गहराई से चिंतन किया है, चयन किया है और समझा है, जिसके कारण उनका इतना लंबा राजनीतिक जीवन सफल रहा। इसी प्रकार से ओरेटरी के बारे में आज कई मान्य सदस्यों ने बात की। उनके वन लाइनर्स, उनका विट, उनका ह्यूमर, ये सभी को आकर्षित करता है। जिस प्रकार से वो हम सबको भी प्रेरित करते हैं कि मातृभाषा में बात करें, उसकी बहुत सारी चर्चा हुई, लेकिन वो स्वयं भी एप्रिशिएट करते हैं जब कोई मातृभाषा में बात करते हैं। मुझे याद है जब हमारे नए सांसद माननीय बलबीर सिंह सीचेवाल जी ने अपनी स्पीच दी तो तुरंत वेंकैया जी ने कहा, तुसी चंगा बोलिया, तुसी चंगा बोलिया। और एक प्रकार से इस आज भी पुरुषोत्तम जी को, प्रहलाद जी को फिर मूड आ गया कि हम भी मातृभाषा में अपना फेयरवेल स्पीच दें। तो एक प्रकार से तो बातचीत तो करते हैं वेंकैया जी अलग बहुत ह्यूमरस तरीके से, लेकिन वो दूसरों को भी प्रभावित करते हैं कि वो हिम्मत से बात करें, अपनी बात अच्छी तरह रखें, पर बड़े शालीन तरीके से रखें। उनका आग्रह रहता है कि शालीनता नहीं खराब होनी चाहिए। वाद विवाद शब्दों का हो सकता है, मतभेद हो सकता है, लेकिन मनभेद ना किया जाए। और मैं समझता हूं ये उनकी एक विशेषता रही कि उन्होंने कोशिश की कि सब साथ में मिलके सदन सुचारू रूप से चलता रहे, अच्छी तरीके से चले। और तीसरा जो मैंने ट्रेनिंग की बात की, व्यक्ति निर्माण, ये इनके शायद स्वभाव में ही है। कोई भी विषय हो, बीच में कभी किसी की स्पीच भी चल रही हो तो माननीय वेंकैया जी कुछ ना कुछ सुझाव देंगे, क्या कैसे बोलना चाहिए, क्या शब्द इस्तेमाल करना ठीक है नहीं है। एक कंटिन्यूअस टीचर का जो इनका स्वभाव है, लोगों को ट्रेन करने का जो स्वभाव है, इसका मैं समझता हूँ हम सभी को अलग अलग समय पर लाभ मिला और ये लाभ जिंदगी भर हम सब माननीय सांसदों के साथ रहेगा। माननीय सभापति महोदय, आपके नेतृत्व में सदन की उत्पादकता के बारे में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने भी उल्लेख किया। 2010 के बाद सबसे अधिक उत्पादकता इस सदन की 2020 में रही 82.27%, 82.27% हाईएस्ट प्रोडक्टिविटी 2010 के बाद आपके नेतृत्व में इस सदन की रही है। और कई मान्य सदस्यों ने अभी बात की आपकी पंक्चुअलिटी के बारे में। ये तो एक तरीके से बहुत अच्छी बात है कि आप बहुत पंक्चुअल हैं, हर चीज को समय पे करते हैं, पर राजनीतिक जीवन में कई बार इसकी हमें सबको तकलीफ भी होती है। अब हमारी बीएससी की मीटिंग में भी लीडर ऑफ द ऑपोजिशन और मैं, हम दोनों पहुंचे, उसके पहले ही आप पहुंच जाते हैं। और कई बार तो समय के पहले मीटिंग शुरू करने के भी आपका उत्साह रहता है। तो ये हमें सीखने को भी मिला कि भाई पंक्चुअलिटी कितना महत्वपूर्ण है। और मैं समझता हूं कि ये भी एक आपकी ट्रेनिंग का तरीका है कि स्वयं आप प्रैक्टिस करते हो, जो आप हम सबको बताते हो। हम सब के लिए आपका कोशिश रहती है कि हम भी अच्छा काम करें। आपने समय समय पर सांसदों के लिए, विधायकों के लिए जो ट्रेनिंग सेशंस भी किए, वर्कशॉप्स चलाए, उसका भी हम सभी को लाभ मिला है। और मेरा मानना है कि आपकी ये जो जीवन यात्रा है, ये जो आपकी देश के प्रति निष्ठा है, इसने हम सबको एक अच्छी मिसाल दी है। हम सब के लिए एक बहुत अच्छा उदाहरण रहेगा। नए मेंबर्स भी आपकी संसदीय यात्रा को जब पढ़ेंगे, सुनेंगे, देखेंगे तो उनको भी एक अच्छा आगे अपना कार्यकाल चलाने के लिए अच्छा सीख मिलेगी, अच्छा एक उदाहरण के रूप में आपके काम से वो सीखेंगे। ये उच्च सदन ने आपकी निपुणता, आपकी राजनीतिक कुशलता, जिस प्रकार से आपने सदन को चलाया है, आपकी मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स से बहुत कुछ पाया है और हम सब कृतज्ञ हैं आपके प्रति, आपके नेतृत्व के प्रति। और हम सभी आपकी लंबी आयु के लिए और अच्छे स्वास्थ्य के लिए भगवान से प्रार्थना करते हैं और उम्मीद करते हैं कि आप आगे भी चलकर हम सबको मार्गदर्शन देते रहेंगे, हम सबको अपना प्यार देते रहेंगे। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद पीयूष जी। मित्रों, जैसा मैंने शुरू में ही कहा, समय का अभाव के कारण से जो हर एक पार्टी में तो कवर हो गया, मगर कुछ लोग उसके अलावा भी बोलना चाहते हैं, मगर उतना समय नहीं है। एक बिल भी देना है और शाम को कार्यक्रम भी है, इसलिए मैं आप लोगों को मौका नहीं दे पाया। अन्यथा मत लीजिए। मैं आते समय मेरा एक यहाँ का सदस्य बहन ने, कोनियाक बहन श्रीमती पगनान कोनियाक, नागालैंड से ये मुझे ये अंग वस्त्र दिया है। मुझे अच्छा लगा, इसलिए मैंने पहना। इसमें और कोई अर्थ निकालने के लिए प्रयास मत करिए। मित्रों, I don't want to make a long speech. I'll be speaking anyhow in the evening meeting also, but this will be my last remarks. I don't know whether we are going to continue the session or not. That will be decided. Today is the last day, I think, for the session. Keeping that in mind, I just make few observations. We are the largest parliamentary democracy in the world. We are very fortunate that our forefathers and the constitutional makers and also the great freedom fighters have given their life and their best to the country and gave us the great constitution and this parliamentary democratic system. Nobody has forced it on us, we have taken it on ourselves. In a parliamentary democracy, parliament, that means upper house, lower house, legislative assembly, council, wherever we take this, and then the local bodies, Panchayat Raj, these three tier are very important. So in this, we being the upper house, House of Elders, we have a greater responsibility. The entire world is watching India now. India is on the race. India is on the move. Keeping that in mind, we members of Rajya Sabha and you members of Rajya Sabha, and in future we are all going to come to this house, I only appeal to them to maintain decency, dignity and decorum so that the image of the house and the respect of the house is maintained and people will be receptive to show us, to hear us and also to follow our advice. This is my advice to all of you. As I told you, the students, the rural people, the ordinary people, they will be watching the parliamentary proceedings. That's why sometimes I have to intervene and I have to be strict, and also I have to take not a very happy decision of naming some people. Otherwise, it gives me no enjoyment to take such extreme action. I have no ill will against anybody or any party. On the day when I was decided to be the Vice President of India, with a heavy heart, I have announced then and there, and Prime Minister told me in the parliamentary body meeting and the party president then, to which I belongs to, that I am being selected. I was in tears. I didn't ask for this. But you know that I was a disciplined soldier of the party has given the mandate, I obliged it, and I resigned from the party. There were tears not because of my shirking the responsibility, because I have to leave the party which has given me all this. That was the occasion. Otherwise, no problem at all. I did my best to maintain the dignity of the house, and I tried to accommodate all sides, south, north, east, west, northeast, and also give an opportunity to all sides of the house. I mightn't have given them the enough time they wanted, but each one of you has been given time, whether it is 0 hour, whether it is special mention, whether it is question hour, or whether it is discussion and debate on the bills and all. People want the house to discuss, debate and decide. 3D. They do not want the other D, that is disrupt. Always people say, sir, do not pass the bill in a din. I do agree. वो शोभा नहीं देते, मगर for that simple solution is do not create din and do not pass the bill in the din. This is my advice to one and all for the future also, because whoever is going to occupy the chair, they have to follow the precedents and also They have to go by the decisions that were taken earlier. The normal feeling about politicians and all, of course, I'll be speaking separately. I don't want to utilize this forum. The respect is declining everywhere because value systems are declining. Keep that in mind and try to do your bit while committing yourselves to your ideological line, but see to it that the democratic principles and the standards set by our great people are followed. I am not of that type. People now often talk, Haito president, Naito dissident, otherwise resident. Yet you know my karne I never aspired for president, never became a dissident, or never confined to residence. I will be moving around, going around, meeting you all, greeting you all, talking to you on larger issues. I will not get into politics as I told you. We are all working in our own way. We are not enemies, we are rivals. We must work hard to outshine others in a competition, but not to run down others. This is my last advice to all of you. And my wish is Parliament functions well. There are many members who are very good speakers when opportunity comes. I see even the new members coming with preparation, making great contribution. Brilliant speeches were made. And sometimes brilliance is lost because of disturbances. And the media also in our country, unfortunately, weakness is they don't report if you speak constructively. If you speak obstructively, do something unusual, it is getting coverage. It's a weakness of the media, and media should get out of it at the earliest, without trying to give some reasons here and there. Friends, the language is a very dear issue to me. I'm happy the President, the Prime Minister, the Chief Justice, all of us are speaking in the same, not same language, in the same vein on respecting mother tongue, our respective mother tongues. First mother tongue, afterwards brother tongue, or any other tongue, no problem. But primacy should be given to mother tongue. Please encourage mother tongue in our respective areas. And I would like to see in my lifetime that the Parliament, the assemblies, and also the school, college, university, vocational courses, and also the administration, everything should be carried in their respective state official languages. And there can be translation, there should be translation. I told the Secretariat, I am telling you all today, before I leave, there has to be a permanent mechanism. I will come to sign that file on 10th morning, I told them, whether house is there or not, that all speeches, translation should be made available, not at request, even otherwise also. That is the process that has to start. The proceedings of this and the administration also. And also I want to see the arguments in court, High Court, District Court, High Court, Supreme Court, also in respective Indian languages. And the judgments are also delivered because I don't want to use the word litigant, people who come to the courts, they do not know English. And they will not be able to understand the judgments. So it should be, but it will take time, I am aware of it. Honest beginning has to be made, and we all should move in the direction and having communication in our respective mother tongues, that is, encourage Indian languages. Friends, I would like to conclude with a hope that we move forward. I am thankful to the Honorable Prime Minister who has given me love and affection. Thankful to all the ministerial colleagues who have all responded to my queries anytime for consultation on larger developmental issues. And also, I would like to thank the leader of the opposition and other leaders on this side who have cooperated with me and and also the members from different political parties who have given a helping hand and who are all today participated in the discussion and said so many good things about me. Thank you very much. I am really moved by your love and affection. Dhanyavad. Namaskar. We'll take up legislative business. Central University Amendment Bill. Ashwini Vaishnav.
Sir, with your kind permission, I rise to move that the Central Universities Amendment Bill 2022, as passed by the Lok Sabha, be discussed and passed by this August House.
The motion for consideration of Central University Amendment Bill 2. आप कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं या नहीं? आज जो अभी बोलना है तो कुछ संक्षेप में बोलिए, बाद में फिर।
जी सर। सर, ट्रांसपोर्ट सेक्टर देश की इकोनॉमी में एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण सेक्टर है और जिस तरह से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कंप्लीट,
एक मिनट है, जैसा मैंने कहा ये आखिरी दिन है, तो पूरा देश बात करते रहेंगे, इसलिए कृपया एडजर्नमेंट होने तक, पूरा अध्ययन होने तक कृपया बैठ जाइए हाउस में, और जो भी सेंट्रल हॉल में आए वो लोग भी कृपया आ जाइए और शोभा दीजिए उसको। हाँ प्लीज।
जिस तरह से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने देश में एक नया विजन दिया है इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर सेक्टर को डेवलप करने के लिए और एक गति शक्ति का एक नया फ्रेमवर्क, नया एक मिशन दिया है, उसमें बहुत सारे सेक्टर्स जैसे रेलवे, हाईवे, मेट्रो, एयरपोर्ट, वाटरवेज, इन सब के विकास की एक नई एक तरीके से नए इंडिया का निर्माण हो रहा है और इन सब के विकास से एक सामान्य मानवीय के जीवन में भी क्वालिटेटिव चेंज आता है। माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, I have taken permission.
He has got permission of Honorable Chairman.
I have taken permission. Sir, I have taken permission.
Chairman has already permitted it for your information. Please.
Sir, Honorable Sir,
please.
Honorable Chair has already permitted to the Railway Minister. On behalf of him, I am moving.
Please.
सर, इन सब सेक्टर्स की कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी और इनमें तेजी से आते हुए परिवर्तन के कारण देश में एक टैलेंटेड, वेल ट्रेन्ड और फोकस्ड कैडर की जरूरत है। ऐसे ट्रांसपोर्ट फोकस्ड कैडर को तैयार करने के लिए इस बिल के द्वारा एक सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी का स्थापन किया जा रहा है। गति शक्ति विश्वविद्यालय प्रधानमंत्री जी के गति शक्ति विजन को साकार रूप देने का एक बहुत बड़ा प्रयास है।
प्लीज
गति शक्ति विश्वविद्यालय रेल
कृपया सदन में शांति रखें प्लीज।
गति शक्ति विश्वविद्यालय रेल मंत्रालय द्वारा संचालित होगी और नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी और शिक्षा मंत्रालय की जो पॉलिसीज हैं एजुकेशन से रिलेटेड उनके द्वारा कोऑर्डिनेटेड रहेगी। सभापति महोदय, गति शक्ति यूनिवर्सिटी के बारे में जस्ट मैं 2-4 बातें बताता हूं, उसके बाद में वी कैन हैव द स्टार्ट द डिस्कशन। 2018 में नेशनल रेल एंड ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इंस्टीट्यूट यानी NRTI का स्थापन किया गया था। इसमें ट्रांसपोर्ट मैनेजमेंट, रेलवे टेक्नोलॉजी, रेल सिस्टम्स,
प्लीज बैठकर पीछे बैठकर बात ना करें, हाउस चल रहा है प्लीज।
इन सब से रिलेटेड बहुत सारे कोर्सेज स्टार्ट हुए। BBA, BTech, MBA, इन सब कोर्सेज को आरंभ किया गया। कुल 725 स्टूडेंट्स इसमें अब तक एडमिशन ले चुके हैं। पहला बैच भी ग्रेजुएट हुआ और बहुत अच्छे रिजल्ट हैं, सबको अच्छे प्लेसमेंट्स भी मिले हैं। अब इस बिल के द्वारा NRTI को एक सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी में कन्वर्ट किया जाएगा, अपग्रेड किया जाएगा। इसके 5 फोकस एरियाज रहेंगे सभापति महोदय। पहला ट्रांसपोर्ट फोकस्ड कोर्सेज, दूसरा अप्लाइड रिसर्च जैसे ब्रिजेस, टनल्स, मटेरियल साइंस, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस फॉर ऑपरेशनल एफिशिएंसी, न्यू एनर्जी जैसे हाइड्रोजन का कैसे इस्तेमाल हो, इन सब कोर्सेज पे फोकस किया जाएगा। तीसरा स्किल डेवलपमेंट, बीटेक PhD के साथ ही साथ स्किल डेवलपमेंट पे भी बहुत ध्यान दिया जाएगा, जिससे कि शॉप फ्लोर पे जो रिक्वायर्ड स्किल्स उन सब का भी इसमें ट्रेनिंग दी जाए। चौथा रहेगा टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलपमेंट का। जिस तरह IITs के साथ मिलकर देश ने एक 5G बनाया और जिस तरह से वंदे भारत और कवच जैसे नए टेक्नोलॉजी के निर्माण हुए, उसी तरीके से और भी कई सारी टेक्नोलॉजीज का डेवलपमेंट भी गतिशक्ति विश्वविद्यालय में होगा। इसका 5वां उद्देश्य सभापति महोदय रहेगा ट्रांसपोर्ट इकोनॉमिक्स और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फाइनेंस। देश में आज रेलवे में कम से कम 3 लाख करोड़ का एनुअल इन्वेस्टमेंट की जरूरत है। इसी तरह से हाईवे में 2 लाख करोड़ के आसपास इन्वेस्टमेंट हो रहा है। इन सब की फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग, नए तरीके के कंस्ट्रक्ट्स, इन सब की जरूरत के लिए इसमें एजुकेशन के कोर्सेज रहेंगे। सभापति महोदय, इस यूनिवर्सिटी का मेन कैंपस बड़ौदा में रहेगा, जहां पे रेलवे का इंस्टीट्यूट है, और इसके ऑफ कैंपसेस देश में अलग अलग जगह विकसित किए जाएंगे। ऑलरेडी बजट, रेलवे के बजट में 166 करोड़ 166 करोड़ का प्रावधान है। मेरा निवेदन है सदन से कि इस बिल पर अपने मूल्यवान सजेशन दें और इसको आज पारित करें। धन्यवाद।
Motion moved. Now motion moved. Dr. L. Hanumantayya, please.
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. Sir, the Central Universities Amendment Bill 2022, the bill seeks to establish Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya at Vadodara in Gujarat state, amending the Central Universities Act of 2009 and the National Rail and Transport Institute will be converting into Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya. Sir, the scope of this new university, new Vishwavidyalaya, will extend beyond railways and include transport sector as a whole. So this is the second central university in the Gujarat state. And I have seen, sir, earlier also, lot of individual institutes have been converted into either center of excellence or the central universities for Gujarat only, not for other states, is one of my observations. Sir, this Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya master plan is essentially a digital platform bringing together 16 ministries, including roadways, railways, waterways, and even Udan also, which is connecting all the transport system. And it is planning and coordinated infrastructure connectivity projects for movement of people and goods and services. Sir, this university is additionally expected to provide necessary technology and research to the transport industry. This is the intention of this university. Sir, once it becomes the central university, it will enjoy greater autonomy. That is what the minister says. Is it a fact that if we observe the status of other central universities, this university will get the full autonomy or not, is my question. Sir, currently, this university provides BSc in Transport Technology, BBA in Transport Management, and MSc in Railway System Engineering and Integration. This is what this institute is now serving. Sir, the objective of Gati Shakti University is to support vision and goals of, as per the government, the Atmanirbhar Bharat, and provide best possible education to the people of Gujarat. Sir, I just wanted to ask one more question. What about the other parts of India where the only one institute which is into the research and which is into giving degree of BSc, MSc and BBM, people from other parts like South India, Northeast India and central part of India are not going to get the benefit of this? Whether it is extended to all parts of the country and all the students can have the admission here and what is the mode of admission for them and how the admissions are taking place, whether the examinations are conducted across the country like CUTE, like NEET is not clarified in the bill, sir. Sir, let us look at the central universities now. About this bill, the National Education Policy 2020 stressed the need for multidisciplinary approach to education within institutions. This is a very important issue to be discussed. Sir, the academicians across the country have raised the concerns that if a transport-oriented institute is converted into a central university, this does not match the multidisciplinary spirit of the national education policy. That is what the academicians say. And the academicians also observed that converting a university into a central university is just a matter of changing the name of the university, not the purpose of making the transport system across the country as a research institute. Sir, this status does not help the growth and development of the education sector. This is what the observation of the academicians. I wanted to know the answer from the minister. Sir, it is necessary for this change in nomenclature must accompany with increased public funding and autonomy. But in this bill, the public funding is missing. The autonomy is only in the saying, but not actually being done by the in the support of the bill. Sir, let us see the other central universities in the country, how they are working, whether they are enjoying the full autonomy or not. If they are not enjoying the autonomy across the country, there are about 64 central universities. Under this government, sir, the central universities have typically been criticized regarding lack of permanent staff, poor infrastructure, and poor academic governance. That is what I wanted to bring you to the notice of the Honorable Minister. Sir, this is due to ideological clash between the administration and staff, students and other agencies. Sir, we have seen in Jawaharlal Nehru University, we have seen in Jamia Millia University, Jadavpur, which are called as central universities, but these universities' administration is not up to the mark, and there is lot of criticizing the university's administration on ideological basis and administrative matters also. Sir, huge backlog vacancies are there in the central universities. The unfilled faculty vacancies in central universities is a worrying factor. Sir, the government should know, against 19,366 posts sanctioned in the central universities, 6,558 posts are not filled. And sir, this is about 33.86% of vacancies in faculties are not filled by the Government of India. Sir, the faculty engaged as on 18th July 2022, that is very recently. The answer is given in the Lok Sabha. The ADAC vacancies are 122. Guest faculty is 1,931. Contract basis teachers are about 1,820. Re-employed who have retired are about 31. Sir, the total strength of these kind of vacancies are 3,904. Sir, let us also observe what is the reservation maintained in these central universities? Sir, I wanted to bring it to your kind notice. Number of vacant posts in the reserve category, sir, vacancies are 65.61% are not filled, especially from the reservation category and marginalized communities. Sir, number of vacant posts, general, it is 2,252. SC category, it is 988. ST category, it is 576. Other backward classes, it is 1,761. EWS, it is 628. And 344 above in PWD. See, the total vacancies are 6,549, which comes to 65.61%. Sir, this is the vacant posts are in the central universities are a very serious concern, which this government has to take it seriously, and just converting an institute into a central university and not filling up any vacancies and not giving proper infrastructure will not going to solve the problems of the central universities, and also it will be a burden in the name of central universities, sir. Sir, experts have called for reforms to the governing councils of all central universities. This is a serious observation across the country. Not only this, these reforms includes caps on the number of members in the governing council, requirement of social representation and involvement of the alumni is another important issue which they have raised. Sir, why this is required is another important question. Sir, the same kind of ideological thinking people are in the governing council, so the governing councils are not running properly. So it should be, the governing council should be above the political ideological thinking of the people, and they should be experts in the field of education, which is not being followed. Sir, including eminent alumni in the general councils is the global best practice across the world. See, it ensures endowments, it ensures accountability, it ensures the innovation also. The Harvard University, which is practicing this involvement of the alumni, has given the best results in that university. It has become a practice across the world that this kind of alumni involvement into the university governing council is going to help the standard of education to a higher level and not going to reduce it. Sir, carelessly planned central university entrance test, which is another concern, that CUTE, the irresponsible and students' unfriendly actions of the union government can be seen in CUTE admissions, CUET admissions. Sir, the CUTE was introduced in 2022. You know about it. As a major reform to the admission process in the history of the education sector, this has been brought. Sir, subsequently what happened? The UGC introduced the CUTE as a single gateway to admissions in the central universities only 3 months prior to the admissions and the examination. Sir, this was the during time of students writing the board examinations. While they were writing the board examinations, this CUTE exam was announced. Students were in serious confusion whether we have to write this examination or shall we have to prepare for this CUTE examination. After some time, the UGC announced the board examination marks will not be considered for their admissions, and there was only 15 days left for them to attend the CUTE examination. Sir, we must also think whether in 15 days, whether these students who have just finished their board examinations can write the CUT examination and get into that. So after the examination, they announced that there was only 15 days before the examination is conducted. An account of that, lot of students could not write the examination efficiently. Those who have scored very well in the board examination could not get good marks in the CUT examination, resulting they did not get the proper admissions. Sir, in some centers, the examinations were cancelled. What does it say? Sir, there is a lack of academic diversity in the syllabus and questions asked. That is another important question which the students were telling, that we could not write the examination. An account of that, they could score only 15 marks, and subsequently, the cancelled examination was asked to write again. Again, there was a confusion among the students. Sir, when question asked in Lok Sabha about this, the ministry did not answer this question. In fact, they awaited and told the Lok Sabha that we will take care and we will take the examination further. This is not supposed to be done by an organization like UGC and the Ministry of Education. Sir, the Parliamentary Standing Committee observes that, particularly I am referring to Scheduled Tribe overseas examination, overseas students scholarship. Sir, in this, the Parliamentary Standing Committee observes that the National Overseas Scholarship Scheme provides financial assistance to 20 students every year for pursuing higher studies abroad the country. That is for their PhDs and for postdoctoral studies. Sir, during 14 and 15, there were 20 students. In 15 and 16, there were only 15 students. And 16 and 17, there are only 16 students. So what is the reason for this decline? Across the country, there are about more than 7% of scheduled tribe students, scheduled tribe population is there. Now they have become very competitive, and there are very brilliant students who can attend any examination. For the whole country, if you cannot send 20 students, the Parliamentary Standing Committee says this should be announced to 30 at least. But I even request the government, it should be announced to 50 at least. Sir, another 1 minute. At least 50 students should be sent out of the country for their PhD and postdoctoral studies. But why this decreasing trend is, there was no proper advertisement, and every student from the rural area are not able to apply online. That is another problem with the rural India. And there is one more problem, sir. The income ceiling is 6 lakhs per annum. Sir, for scheduled tribe students, even an ordinary Group D employee, his income crosses 6 lakhs per year. And it is allowed in other cases for 8 lakhs. But for a scheduled caste, scheduled tribe candidate, you have fixed it as 6 lakhs per year. So I request the government to look into this and liberalize this economic ceiling, at least 6 lakhs to 8 lakhs, so that students across the country can be able to apply this. So this is what my request is. So just making a central university, converting a name will not solve the problem. Provide all the infrastructure, give them proper teacher, then only the central university will have a proper guidance. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir, for allowing me to speak on this bill, the Central Universities Amendment Bill 2022. Since we are discussing the Central Universities Services Amendment Bill today, may I humbly request the Chancellor of the Vishwavarati University, another central university, who is also our Honorable Prime Minister, sir, to share his wisdom by being here. We will all benefit from his insights. So far, he has only answered one question on this floor of the House in the last 7 years. So unfortunate,
Please,
sir.
come on the subject.
This bill seeks to amend the Central Universities Act 2009 by converting the NRTI into a central university. I am in favor, sir. Sir, I am glad that the House is running today all through, but it is sad that just to have a price rise discussion, 2 dozen MPs were suspended and 1 dozen days were wasted.
Please speak on the subject. Please,
in the last 8 years, around 110 MPs were suspended. Coming to the point, sir, first of all, I will ask that the education being in the concurrent list, whether the concerned state governments have been consulted to give their points of note of dissent or consent towards this. If no, again unfortunate, sir. It is good that another university is getting the status of a central university. We are proud. But one clarification, sir. Why Railway Department will bear the costing? Why not Education Ministry or UGC will pay the same? Sir, however, there is a need to address some of the existing issues faced by various central universities. Most central universities across the country lack adequate infrastructure and face big fund shortages. Even the existing infrastructure in these universities is breaking down. The facilities provided to the residential students are also depleting day by day, sir. The 21-22 budget allocation for education decreased by 6% compared to 2021. This year, there is only a 5% increase over the allocation of 2021. This is extremely low for post-pandemic recovery. The budget for the Rashtriya Uchchatara Shiksha Abhiyan, RUSA, was also cut from rupees 3,000 crore to 2,000 crore. Again, unfortunate, sir. A centrally sponsored scheme, RUSHA, supports state higher educational institutions, especially those that give priority to education in backward and aspirational districts. Sir, while I am speaking on this bill, allow me to point out the earlier 6 out of 10 bills were sent for parliamentary scrutiny. This was done to improve the quality of legislation. Now, sir, only about 1 out of 10 bills is set for...
Please speak on the subject, Dolaji.
for scrutiny.
Subject, please.
This is on the subject,
please,
sir.
Yes, let her speak.
Sir, this is on the subject.
Please.
Now, sir, only about 1 out of 10 bills is set for the scrutiny. This is a dangerous trend. For today's bill, I thank you, sir, for allowing time and having a healthy discussion. In contrast, in the monsoon session last year, 27 bills were passed with an average time of just 10 minutes
speak on the
per
subject.
bill.
Please.
Now, I would
Dolaji.
like to highlight how our universities are suffering because of such fund shortages, sir. The Andhra Pradesh Central University, which was set up in 2014 after the bifurcation of the state, is in shambles. Between 2014-15 and 21-22, the budgets for some of the gems in India's educational system have been cut. The overall funding for Jamia Millia University witnessed a sharp fall. For Aligarh Muslim University, the overall allocation has reduced sharply by rupees 306 crore between financial year 2021 and 2022. It fell from rupees 1520 crore in 2021 to rupees 1215 crore in 2021-22. And even JNU is a great learning institution which this government has an allergy, so far we have come to know. The diversity of India's education system with institutions like these and the many hundreds of premium educational institutions run by minority communities, including Christian missionaries, but importing education to all communities must be protected, sir. Sir, why infrastructure is so neglected? I urge upon the government to pay attention and provide adequate funds for betterment, sir. Sir, a few words about my state, Bengal, was where the government has introduced multiple schemes to support higher education. The West Bengal government has launched schemes like Shami Vivekananda Merit Cum Means Scholarship for undergraduate, postgraduate, even PhD courses across all subjects. Our flagship scheme, Konyashree Prakalpo, has around 70 lakh beneficiaries currently. The scheme has been awarded the United Nations Public Service Award and has also been recognized by UNICEF, sir. I would now like to draw the government's attention to the issue of vacancies also in the central universities under the SC/ST OBC category. The Central Educational Institutions Reservation in Admission Act 2006 mandates some percentages, 15, 7.5 and 27 quotas for SC/ST and OBC. However, the intake of students under the reserved category in the central universities is much lower than the mandated norms. I urge upon the government to look after to these also. Sir, I will again want to emphasize on a very important point. In this session only, for 12 days, we have waited and the government told us they couldn't discuss the price rise debate because...
Please, on the Central University Bill, please.
They are where...
Please.
Sir, it's related, sir.
Please.
Because the Honorable Finance Minister was not over there and she will reply only. But however, today we are seeing that the same government did not think for a second moment to allot the Honorable Railway and IT Minister, Communication Minister to pilot the education bill.
Honorable Chairman has already permitted this. Dolaji, for your information.
According to the data from the Education Ministry, sir, there are 880 vacancies for the post of professor across the 5 backward categories of SC/ST, OBC, EWS and PWDs in 43 central universities. Similarly, the number of vacancies for associate professor and associate professor, assistant professor are also that way respectively. But it has been also reduced. There is an urgent need, my last point, sir, there is an urgent need to fill these vacancies to ensure adequate representation across all sections of people. At the same time, the government needs to ensure that sufficient infrastructural facilities and proper adequate funds are made available to all the central universities. And support, I do in favor of this bill to make the Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya a central university, but with a high hope to address all other incomfortabilities the government will address.
Thank you, Dolaji.
Thank you, sir.
Sri K.R.N. Rajesh Kumar, please.
Honorable Deputy Chairman, sir, I am support of this bill because already this National Railway and Transportation Institute is a teamed university and now it shall be established as a university under this act. However, sir, I am totally disappointed with the clear intention of this present NDA government. The new name of proposed for this university is a Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, which can be understood by few people or states. Early, it was a National Railway Transportation Institute, which can be understood by the all people and states and international. How only in this bill it is required to change only the word institute to be university. Sir, each state, the union territory have one of the more official language and 8th schedule of the constitution recognizes in particular 22 languages. However, the English is used extensively in business and administration and has the status of the associate official language, the reason being the India and common language. When all the states are comfortable with the English common communication language, why the education institute should be named in Hindi only? That is now is changed in this bill. Sir, this NDA government is often overlooking the emotion or sentiment of the non-Hindi speaking states. Almost the names of the schemes, campaign and the NDA government have proposed during their tenure were in Hindi. Now they started in this bill also. By doing this, they are hurting the sentiments of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Odisha, West Bengal, Assam, and some states, etc. These non-Hindi speaking states are also part of the India. And the people, these states are also paying tax, such as education cess to the union government. Sir, for example, during the, sir, I give you one example. Sir, for example, during the UPA government, in the year of 2008, they established like this central university called an Indian Maritime University, combining 6 different institutions from Chennai, Mumbai, Visakhapatnam, Cochin, Kolkata by the Indian Maritime University at the Act 2008. This shows the maturity, generous mind of the UPA government. Sir, many central universities established to territorial jurisdiction of the state, the first scheduled in section 3.4, were established as Central University of Bihar, Central University of Gujarat, etc. Though the territorial jurisdiction of the proposed university is whole of the India. However, the ministry proposed the name University Gadi Shakti Vishwavidyalaya. This shows narrowed mindset and the imperialistic behavior of this government towards its own states. Secondly, sir, the university will take the measure to provide quality teaching, research and skill development and in field related to the transportation, technology and management. The current need for the advanced education in the disciplines such as transportation, technology, management, imperative. Many states have their own PSUs in transport logistics sector and they need highly skilled human resource owing to its necessary. I request Honorable Minister to establish, to extend the campus in various states also interested in establishing such as university in their respective states. Sir, thirdly, sir, the university status alone is not enough for the institution run it is own. It requires economic independence. Request the minister to allocate the budget without discounting the proposal made by the board because the revenue generated by the university alone is not sufficient for them manage all the expenses. Finally, sir, already the institute partnership with foreign university. I see in the website, I saw the Honorable Railway Minister, I see in website. Finally, sir, the university already partnership with foreign universities like Cornell University, USA, and Japan Transport Tourism Research University, University of UK, and Petersburg State University of Russia. If they change the university name to Hindi, how this foreign university or student will recognize our university? How will they understood? We are not against the Hindi language, sir, but we against the Hindi impose. Federal nature of the nation is a unity in diversity. I am request, sir, 1 minute. In this NDA government is understood this. To conclude my speech, in order to promote the university worldwide and respect sentiment to tax-paying, non-Hindi speaking citizen of India, it is necessary change the name of the university as a Indian Railway Transport University. I kindly request to the Honorable Railway Minister.
Thank you.
Sir, 1 minute. Sir, I kindly request the Honorable Railway Minister. This act is principal act of Central University. But this university is administration sponsor under the Railway Ministry.
Thank
so
you.
I request the Railway Minister, please change the name. And
Thank you. Thank you, Raj.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Dr. So Kumar Mittal.
Super.
आपने मुझे इस बिल पर सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी अमेंडमेंट बिल पर बोलने का मौका दिया। नेशनल रेल एंड ट्रांसपोर्ट इंस्टीट्यूट, सॉरी, धन्यवाद चेयर कि आप मुझे इस बिल पर बोलने का मौका दे रहे हैं और मेरा सदन में ये पहला मौका मिला है मुझे किसी भी बिल के ऊपर बात करने का। बहुत धन्यवाद उसके लिए भी। इस बिल के माध्यम से भारत सरकार नेशनल रेल एंड ट्रांसपोर्ट इंस्टीट्यूट को एक जो कि डीम्ड यूनिवर्सिटी है, फुल फ्लेज्ड यूनिवर्सिटी का दर्जा देने जा रही है। गति शक्ति विश्वविद्यालय जो कि रेलवे मंत्रालय के अधीन होगा और सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी होगा। मैं सबसे पहले इसके लिए भारत सरकार को बधाई देना चाहूँगा। जब हम शिक्षा की बात करते हैं तो मेरे दिमाग में एक छोटा सा पंक्तियाँ आती हैं, मैं आपसे साझी करना चाहूँगा। रोशनी केवल चिराग से ही नहीं होती, रोशनी केवल चिराग से ही नहीं होती, शिक्षा से भी घर रोशन होते हैं, शिक्षा से ही घर रोशन होते हैं। इसी दौरान क्योंकि हम लोग भी शिक्षा से संबंधित हैं, तो एक और बात याद आती है जो हमारा स्लोगन चल रहा है देश में, पढ़ेगा इंडिया तभी तो बढ़ेगा इंडिया। तो धन्यवाद ये नया इनिशिएटिव लेने के लिए। हम 2 वर्ष से ज़्यादा समय से कोरोना महामारी से जूझ रहे हैं और इसमें हर क्षेत्र अफेक्ट हुआ है और एजुकेशन जो क्षेत्र वो सबसे बुरी तरह अफेक्ट हुआ है। हम जानते हैं हमारे 30 करोड़ स्कूली बच्चे हैं, 3 करोड़ कॉलेज और विश्वविद्यालय के बच्चे हैं, तकरीबन 33 करोड़ बच्चा हमारा विद्यार्थी है और वो 2 साल से घरों में बंद के बैठे हुए थे। ये पहला वर्ष है कोरोना के बाद जिसमें पूरा भारत ऑफलाइन मोड में, मतलब अपने स्कूल अपने कॉलेज के प्रांगण में जाके पढ़ेगा। मैं इस सब चीज़ों के लिए पूरे सदन को बधाई देना चाहूँगा कि भारत वापस नॉर्मल सिचुएशन में आ गया है कोरोना की महामारी को पार करते हुए। बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद सभी को। अब क्योंकि हमें शिक्षा का मौका मिल गया है कि हम कॉलेज में पढ़ें, अपने स्कूल में पढ़ें, क्योंकि बिल्कुल देखा गया है कि ऑनलाइन शिक्षा एक सब्स्टिट्यूट थी, एक कम्प्लीमेंट्री हो सकती थी पर ये सब्स्टिट्यूट नहीं हो सकती थी, क्योंकि जब हम ऑनलाइन मोड में होते आपस में मिल नहीं पाते, बात नहीं कर पाते, शिक्षकों से वार्तालाप नहीं कर पाते, ढंग से खेल नहीं पाते, कल्चरल इवेंट से पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर पाते, डाइवर्सिटी को एंजॉय नहीं कर पाते और शिक्षा ये सब चीज़ें ही सिखाती हैं और जो कि अछूती जा रही थी इसमें। लेकिन जब हम आगे बढ़ते हैं तो एक चीज़ हमें हमेशा डिस्टर्ब करती है, वो हम सबको करती है, ये भारत सरकार को भी, हम सबको, पूरे सदन को, कि जब टाइम्स हायर एजुकेशन रैंकिंग की बात होती है तो अभी तक हम 200 में नहीं पहुंच पाए। क्यूएस हायर एजुकेशन रैंकिंग की बात होती है तो हम 100 में नहीं पहुंच पाए, जबकि हम विश्व गुरु माने जाते थे। पर मैं उम्मीद कर रहा हूं जो नए प्रयत्न चल रहे हैं उसके अंतर्गत हम विश्व गुरु की तरफ तेजी से अग्रसर होंगे। अब इसकी बात करें, इसमें सेक्शन 4 है एक, यदि मैं थोड़े से प्रावधान जो इस बिल में है उनके बारे में ध्यान दिलाना चाहूँगा मंत्री महोदय का। सेक्शन 4 में वैसे तो 1, 2, 3 बड़ा छोटा सा बिल है, तकरीबन प्रोसीजरल ज़्यादा है और उसमें न्यू चीज़ें कोई नहीं आई हैं। तो एक तो ओवरऑल मैं कहना चाहूँगा इस बिल में कोई भी नए प्रावधान नहीं किए गए जिससे शिक्षा की क्वालिटी को सुधारा जा सके, तो उसके बारे में कृपया ध्यान दीजिएगा। सेक्शन 4 में सेक्शन 4 है जिसमें कहा गया है कि यदि कोई एम्प्लॉय जो कि एग्जिस्टिंग इंस्टीट्यूट में काम कर रहा है वो नहीं मानता नई शर्तों को, तो उसको समझाया जाए हल्का सा, नहीं तो उसको निकाल दिया जाए, और फिर भी नहीं काबू आता अपनी टर्म्स पर तो उसको 3 महीने का कंपनसेशन देके उसको बाय कर दी जाए। तो मैं मंत्री महोदय से ये निवेदन करूंगा कि इतने हार्श ना होइए। वो एम्प्लॉइज ने अपनी 20 साल 30 साल इस संस्था को दिए हैं, उनको हटाते टाइम थोड़ा सा रहम दिल करें और उनके लिए थोड़ा सा ध्यान करके भावुक होते हुए फैसला लें, हार्श होके कोई फैसला ना ले। ये मेरी मंत्री महोदय से निवेदन रहेगा। सेक्शन हम 5 पर आते हैं, उसमें कुछ अच्छे प्रोविजन दिए गए हैं कि इस इंस्टीट्यूशन के, इस यूनिवर्सिटी के और सेंटर खोले जा सकते हैं देशों में भी विदेशों में भी। क्योंकि मैं पंजाब से हूं और हर कोई सेल्फिश होता, मैं भी सेल्फिश हूं, तो मैं मंत्री जी से निवेदन करूंगा कि एक सेंटर पहला प्लीज पंजाब में खोलिएगा। जब भी आपने खोलना होगा फर्स्ट सेंटर पंजाब में खोलिए, और यदि अभी आप इसकी घोषणा कर पाए बहस के जवाब देते टाइम तो हम सबके लिए बहुत ही ये हर्ष होगा। इसी को आधा मिनट लूंगा और मैं। एग्जिस्टिंग रिसोर्सेज, हमारे देश में बड़े बड़े विश्वविद्यालय हैं, IITs हैं, IIMs हैं, सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटीज़ हैं, उनमें बड़े रिसोर्सेज हैं, लैब्स हैं, बिल्डिंग्स हैं, स्विमिंग पूल्स हैं, ऑडिटोरियम्स हैं, सब कुछ है, लेकिन वहाँ बच्चों की संख्या आमतौर पे कम होती है और वो रिसोर्सेज अनयूटिलाइज रहते हैं। तो मेरी एक सरकार से निवेदन रहेगा कि आप एग्जिस्टिंग रिसोर्सेज को बेटर यूटिलाइज करने के लिए या तो वहाँ नए प्रोग्राम्स ऐड कीजिए, यदि IITs में है तो मेडिकल हम क्यों नहीं में ऐड कर लेते हैं, यदि मेडिकल है तो वहाँ इंजीनियरिंग क्यों नहीं में ऐड कर लेते हैं, या मैनेजमेंट क्यों नहीं ऐड कर लेते हैं। क्योंकि हम जब दुनिया को देखते हैं, चाहे हार्वर्ड है, स्टैनफोर्ड है, ऑक्सफोर्ड है, कैम्ब्रिज है, हर एक मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी यूनिवर्सिटी है, जितनी भी दुनिया की टॉप यूनिवर्सिटीज़ हैं मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ हैं, और वो अपने रिसोर्सेज को पूरा यूटिलाइज करती हैं। हम गरीब मुल्क हैं, छोटे मुल्क हैं, छोटे नहीं गरीब मुल्क हैं, हम अपने रिसोर्सेज उनसे सीखते हुए क्यों ना बेटर यूटिलाइज करें। और शायद एक चीज़ हमें मदद करेगी रैंकिंग एक्रेडिटेशन भी लेने की, क्योंकि शायद हम सिंगल डिसिप्लिनरी हैं, इसीलिए हम रैंकिंग एक्रेडिटेशन में इंटरनेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन के मुकाबले में मात खा जाते हैं।
कंक्लूड करिए डॉक्टर साहब।
एक छोटी सी बात जी, क्योंकि एक मेडल देश के बहुत आ रहे हैं, बड़ी खुशी का विषय है कि आजकल कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स चल रही हैं और भारत के मेडल्स, गोल्ड मेडल्स भर भर के आ रहे हैं। पिछले साल ओलंपिक को, वो भी इसी महीने में, हमने खूब मेडल जीते। मैं फिर इस सदन को इस चीज़ के लिए मुबारकबाद देना चाहूँगा कि आप सबके प्रयत्न से भारत स्पोर्ट्स में बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है, क्योंकि एजुकेशन का बिल
प्लीज कंक्लूड करिए,
आधा मिनट, कि हम जो इंडियन की रैंकिंग्स हैं और एक्रेडिटेशन है, NRF है, NAC है, उसमें कहीं भी स्पोर्ट्स को कोई वेटेज नहीं दी गई है। मेरा यह निवेदन रहेगा मिनिस्ट्री से कि स्पोर्ट्स को सफिशिएंट वेटेज दी जाए, ताकि हम सब यूनिवर्सिटी कॉलेजेस वाले स्पोर्ट्स को भी उतना ही ध्यान दें जितना हम बाकी एकेडमिक एक्टिविटीज को देते हैं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
माननीय सुजीत कुमार जी।
Sir, the Central Universities Amendment Bill 2022 aims to convert NRTI into what is to be known as Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya, which will be under the administrative control of the Ministry of Railways. Sir, as we grow at close to 7 or 8% of our economy grows at 7-8%, and we are one of the fastest growing economies in the world, our transportation sector is also growing rapidly, be it aviation, maritime, highways, ports, etc. And hence, sir, there's a need for quality manpower and talent in this very, very crucial transportation sector, and hence the need of the hour is to have a university like this. And while introducing the bill, the Honorable Minister said that the Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya will provide quality training, research and skill development. He spoke about skill development as well in transportation technology management, TRM. And this is very lofty. It's a lofty goal, sir. And this will help us build a world-class, multimodal, multi-sectoral academic ecosystem in our country. He also further referred to the fact that there's a need for multidisciplinary learning in our academic ecosystem. And various sectors, ports, highways, waterways, and also information technology can be integrated in this learning ecosystem. So, sir, I don't think hardly anyone will have any issue with such a bill, and it's welcome. But, sir, this has provided me with an opportunity to talk on some larger issues pertaining to education in our country. First and foremost, sir, I think, sir, there is no standardized protocol or criteria to set up central universities in our country. For example, sir, Delhi has 7 central universities, UP has 6, Bihar has 4, Telangana, Andhra, Manipur, these 3 states have 3 each. And a state like Odisha with a population of 45 million, 4.5 crore, has only 1 central university. So, sir, I'll urge you to consider setting up another central university in the state of Odisha, which has almost 23% tribal population. Currently, we have only 1 central university. It's called the Central University of Koraput. So, secondly, many other speakers and colleagues have spoken about the large number of vacancies in central universities. Sir, the sanctioned strength is 18,905 in central universities, of which 6,333 posts are currently vacant. Sir, this is close to 35% and definitely unacceptable. Sir, in this House, in this August House, previously, I have raised the issue of vacancies in central universities, particularly in the Central University of Koraput, where there are over 80% teaching posts vacant. 80%, sir. So, sir, this has serious consequences for the educational landscape of our country, particularly in tribal pockets, which is, detrimental to the goal that we have for our nation. Sir, Honorable Education Minister has assured this House that this post will be filled soon, and I take this opportunity to urge the government again to fill all the vacant posts soon so that the academic ambience of our country is not hampered. Thirdly, sir, the bill states that if required, the university may also establish campuses and centers in India and abroad. Sir, the state of Odisha is strategically located in the eastern part of the country, and the East Coast Railways, which is headquartered in Bhubaneswar, is India's most profitable railway zone. And Honorable Railway Minister is here, and he knows it better than anyone else that the railway freight traffic has crossed 200 million tons for the second year in a row. So, sir, my request to you would be to set up a branch of Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya in the state of Odisha, which also aligns with the vision, Purvodaya vision of Honorable Prime Minister. Fourthly, sir, we are aiming towards a net zero carbon emission nation. And green, the world is looking at India as a destination of green technology. Sir, we are the pioneer of International Solar Alliance, one of the greatest achievements, I would say. So, sir, my hope is that the Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya will introduce courses and programs multidisciplinary in the areas of green economy, green technology. Sir, I'll read out one of the proposed goals of the university. It is to carry out critically needed research and development, R&D, by creating innovative technologies to encourage local manufacturing and substitute the imports of expensive technology, equipments and products. Very commendable goal, sir. Sir, let me highlight, though, a concern which I have spoken about many a times. Sir, I will just need 1 more minute. Sir, as a nation, our R&D spend is only 0.7% of our GDP. Abysmally low, sir. Please allow me to compare this with some other nations. China, 2.2. Israel, 4.9. South Korea, 4.6. US, 3. So where are we, sir? Where are we? Our R&D spend is nowhere compared to these nations. And these are large economies compared to us. So, sir, I hope that Honorable Minister and the government will take initiative to hike R&D budget when they set up this university. So, sir, finally, the university also spoke, the goal also was to reverse brain drain through this university. Sir, our university rankings globally is today very low. So I really hope that this university will have tie-ups, 30 seconds more, will have tie-ups globally while promoting indigenous technology and innovation. We should try to scout for the best talent in the world and get them to be part of the university.
Thank you.
Sir, finally, sir, last second. Sir, we have hiked our education budget by 12% roughly this year, 11,000 crore. Very commendable, sir. But still, it is nowhere near the recommendation of Kothari Commission, which was made way back in the 60s.
Thank you.
That 6% of our GDP should be spent on education. Today we are spending only 3%. So, sir, while we are speaking about this university, I hope that the government will augment the spend on education.
Mani V. Vijay Sai Reddy.
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. Sir, this bill seeks to establish Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya Central University, but the current state of central universities in the country is really pathetic, and I would like to remind the Honorable Minister for Railways to take cognizance of this. Sir, in central universities, over 20,000 posts are lying vacant, as stated by Hanumantayaji, in 45 central universities under the purview of Ministry of Education. So the Ministry of Education has sought time to fill up these vacancies in a mission mode by 14th September 2022, and we are in the month of August, and there is only 1 month left. I request, the Honorable Minister is not present, I request the Honorable Minister for HRD to take cognizance of this and fill up the vacancies in a time-bound manner, sir. Sir, Indian Railways, coming to Indian Railways, it's a great institution and world largest railways with 68,000 kilometers of routes and 21,000 trains and 2.2 crore passengers and hauling 30 lakh tons of freight every day with 7,350 stations. I really appreciate the Honorable Minister for heading this institution, railway institution. Sir, there are certain points which I would like to bring to the notice of the Honorable Minister. Sir, Minister, sir, women participation in logistics and transportation of railways is pitiable. Only 20% of the women are employed in the logistics sector. Only 1%, please take note of this, sir. Only 1% of the women have got the commercial driving licenses, and licenses are owned by women. This is very, very unfortunate in this country. Sir, pending vacancies. There are 2 points, Hanumantaya ji has already said, I don't want to repeat it. The railways recruited, only 1 point. Railways recruited just 10,637 employees in 2021-22 and 9,529 employees in 2021. And in this rate, at this pace, and if the same pace railways recruits further for the future years, in future, it will take 30 years for railways to recruit the aforesaid vacancies. Therefore, this has to be expedited, sir. Sir, the current recruitment, RRB, NTPC has already stated, I don't want to repeat it. The amount that has been collected by the applicants is to the tune of 864 crores. And in 2019, and now we are in 2022, why is so much of delay? Sir, we have a Union Public Service Commission, which take cognizance of the total vacancies in the country, IAS, IPS, and various 14, 15, 16 sectors, IAS, various posts. And it is mandatory on the part of Union Public Service Commission to conduct the examination every year in a time-bound manner. I am asking Honorable Railway Minister, why the same principle and logic can't be applied in the case of Railway Recruitment Board also? So therefore, it has to be made mandatory, and constitutional responsibility is to be fixed on this Railway Recruitment Board to conduct the examination and fill up the vacancies in a time-bound manner every year like UPSC. Sir, the next point which I would like to bring to the notice is railways. Visakhapatnam Steel Plant. It is a relevant point for TDP also. Please. Sir, Vizag Steel Plant has been built with state-of-art technology and with a turnover of 28,000 crores and a profit of 835 crores in 2021-22. Honorable Railway Minister and also the ministry which he is heading has failed to provide the rakes for transportation of coal from Mahanadi coal fields to Vizag Steel Plant. That is the reason why the 2 of the furnaces have been closed and only one furnace is being operated, and with one furnace the 835 crore profit has been earned, and such a great institution, Navaratna institution, the government of India, particularly BJP government, is trying to privatize it, which is very, very unfortunate, and it is the policy of NDA government. Sir,
Your time is over.
No, sir, I have time. Sir,
you make your last point. It will be.
It is the policy of NDA government not to privatize the profit-making sectors, and unfortunately, this is being done by NDA government, sir. And sir, last 2 points, sir. The pending railway job.
Make it the last point.
Sir, unfortunately, last point. Unfortunately, my friend Jairam Ramesh ji has loosely drafted the AP Reorganization Act, and everywhere he has used the word may instead of shall, and this is being taken advantage of by NDA government, and they are not setting up the railway zone with its headquarters at Visakhapatnam, and it is very unfortunate, sir. And for the omissions and commissions that has been made by my friend who is author of the Reorganization Act, Andhra Pradesh can't be penalized, sir. Therefore, I request the Honorable Minister to take cognizance of that, immediately set up the zone with railway zone with its headquarters at Visakhapatnam, sir. And the project report has been pending for the last 3 years. And the last point, sir, one last point. Sir, Railway Recruitment Board. Sir, there are 21 last point. There are 21 railway recruitment boards situated in the different parts of the country. Andhra Pradesh currently does not have any railway recruitment board, and applicants have to travel from various places to Secunderabad to take the examination. I urge the Honorable Minister to take cognizance of this and set up a railway recruitment board at Visakhapatnam or any place in Andhra Pradesh. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next speaker is Dr. V. Sivadasan. Yeah.
Respected Chair, this bill is not ready to address the core issues in education sector.
You have 2 minutes. We have to finish the bill.
Sir, this bill is not ready to address the core issues of the education sector. The first one is the enrollment ratio. In India, enrollment ratio is 26, sir. The other countries, in America, 88, Britain is 60, Germany is 70, but the government of India is targeted only 50 in 2035. So government is not ready to spend proper amount in education sector. Secondly, sir, I think this new university, they will invite the researchers, but what is the condition of the research scholars? So all research scholars fellowship has been cut down. Sir, these research scholars fellowship for SC/ST students, that has been decreased 9,000 to 4,000. The research scholars fellowship for Maulana Azad Research Fellowship, sir, that is has been reduced for 6,000 to 4,000. Sir, the National Fellowship for Basic Science Research, that has been reduced from 4,000 to 700, sir. The Research Fellowship, Postdoctoral Fellowship for Women, that has reduced from 4,000 to 600. The other fellowship also same kind of thing we are seeing, sir. Then another thing, sir, I am telling to you, sir, researchers, Adivasi research, the situation of Adivasi researchers, sir. I don't know whether this university have provided the research facility for the Adivasi students. Sir, in India, 21 research institutes, IITs and IIMs, they have not admitted a single Adivasi research scholar in 2021, sir. Sir, in IITs and IIMs, they have not admitted a single Dalit students in 2021, sir, as a research scholar. So I am adding to you, sir, the status of the teachers. I think this whether the university will provide the teaching facility or not. But sir, only one point I am adding to, sir.
Your last point.
The central universities, 6,500 teaching posts are lying vacant. IITs, 4,000. IIMs, posts are vacant. 450 posts are vacant. NITs, 2,500 posts are vacant. Sir, thousands of posts are laying vacant in the university. Sir, one more point I am adding to, sir. This government, they proposed an NAT, National Testing Agency, sir. This testing agency, not National Testing Agency. This is a National Testing Agency, sir. This National Testing Agency, the UGC net system totally collapsed, sir. Central University entrance system, that is totally collapsed, sir.
You have made your last point.
Thank you. Totally collapsed, sir. That is why I am requesting to you, sir, this bill, the name of this bill, the name of the university, Gadi Shakti University, sir. Gadi Shakti. Sir, I am telling to you, sir, the government is deceiving the students and teachers.
Thank you.
Only one point, sir.
You made your point. You made your point.
The government, they are providing each and every Gadi and Shakti to the richest of the rich, sir. So, sir, you please look the matters of the students and teachers and the issues of the university.
You conclude now. You made your point.
Sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Very good. Srimati Bandana Chawar.
Thank you, sir. So this bill seeks to convert a deemed university into an autonomous central university called the Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya. Sir, what is interesting about this bill that it is not only confined itself to railways, but the complexity in the transportation sector has increased to such a level. So this bill tries to bring into its ambit road, rail, aviation and marine, etc. So I support this bill, but I would like to flag only 3 issues, sir. Please don't stop me. Only 3 issues.
2 minutes you have.
One is, sir, and all these are in respect of clause 5. Now, I wanted to read the clause 5, but I'm not reading it because I have no time. Sir, in this clause, I feel that it should have been more comprehensive. It talks only about transportation. I feel that environmental and ecological sustainability should also have been mentioned here. So considering that 900 kilometers of Char Dham project has absolutely caused danger to the fragile Himalayas, the national highways in the Western Ghats has absolutely damaged the biodiversity of the hotspot. Also, the Environment Ministry giving permissions, environment clearances left, right and center. It is very necessary that we mention environmental and ecological sustainability in that specific provision. So my concern number 2, which I wish to flag, is right from 1992, the United Nations Earth Summit to the Paris Agreement, the transport sector has been recognized as an important player while addressing environmental degradation, as it impacts air quality and health of the people. Even the UNFCCC, sir, has said that 1/4 of the energy-related global GHG emissions come from the transport sector. So world over, whenever transportation has been referred, it has always been referred as sustainable transportation. So I feel that kind of terminology needs to be added. And my last point, sir, considering that we are urbanizing very fast, 40% of our population is now going to live in cities by 2030. Cities are known as engines of economic growth, but are large contributors to climate change. Our country needs urban transport planners, urban designers, land use planners, which are equipped with indigenous knowledge of sustainable transport. Sir, this bill does not refer to any of these. So I feel that the intention of the government is very laudable. However, the kind of comprehensiveness which this bill should have shown is totally amiss, and I wish this comes through subordinate legislations. Congratulations to the ministry for having done this, but again, I would say this is absolutely a half-hearted initiation. I remember the Medical Health Services Bill, which was then tabled by Dr. Harshavardhanji, which was an absolutely comprehensive bill. We all would expect that this bill also meets that kind of standard. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Bandanaji. Now, Sri Abdul Wahab, 2 minutes.
For having this one. I wish it could have been in Kerala instead of Gujarat. Anyway, you are not giving much priority in lines and all in Kerala. At least you could have given this university to Kerala. And one more thing, the Kerala, we are having the problem. Everybody, there are a lot of universities. With much difficulty, we got Aligarh Muslim University off campus. 300 acres given by the government. But nothing is done. Nothing. It is lying vacant. And only one university, General University in Kerala, Kannur. And so many people, including our lovely university in what you call in Punjab. Our government and not allowing private universities also. So, where are the universities, man? You are just going. No, we are asking. So far it is not there. You are telling that even our friend is telling it is. So please keep quiet, because you are not allowing to make us, that is why I was telling we are this one, demon and devil. Either BJP government, either communist government. Yeah, against every proposal they are against. Or only for Kerala only, which you are not agreeing also. So my request, have good teachers in the universities and allow us to have more. I got only 2-3 points only. Just read. I got
Be quick.
time also.
Be quick. You have,
Just
you have only
read
1 minute.
my demand. Only 1 minute left. Yeah, increase PhD seats in central universities. Timely recruitment of teaching vacancies. Ensure transparency and merit-based procedures in faculty recruitment. Mechanism to timely disbursal of fellowship. UGC must increase non-net fellowship for research students. Affirmative action depreciation point for minority and communities and other backward classes. Improve the residential facilities in universities. Make our universities differently abled and transgender friendly. I hope the minister will respond positively in the reply. Both education minister and
railway ministry. A good combination. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. M. Tambudurai.
Just completed your speech. Sir, I support the bill which is introduced and we are going to pass in the respective house. The Central Universities Amendment Bill to 2022 provides for converting the National Rail and Transport Institution deemed to be a university under the Grants Commission Act 1956 into an autonomous central university to be known as Gandhi Shakti Vishwavidyalaya. Sir, our honorable members spoke regarding the name. Sir, we are always speaking about our Prime Minister at assuming power, encouraging the mother tongue and all national languages to be recognized. When you are putting this name, you would put other in Tamil also, other languages also. Because when you are advocating three-language formula, but whenever the names are coming in Hindi, there is no in English or any other language. That is why here we are putting this Gandhi University. I don't know, Gandhi means in Tamil, some other different meaning is Gandhi. That is okay, yeah. That is the meaning will come. Therefore, you put in English also, or as Tamil, you put mother tongue. Because we all spoke all the members praising of the Vice President, encouraging the all other languages, even Prime Minister, wherever it says advocating all national languages to be spoken, mother tongue is more important.
Disrespect to the chairman.
No, I am telling sir, this is very, because I don't want to take much of time. Sir, the deemed university, why you are going to the national university, I could not understand. Because deemed university, we are having a NAC A+ gradation, you can have anywhere the center. This university, deemed university, and may not have that kind of capacity, that is why we are converting as a central university. Many private deemed universities, making us A+, like that, they are making money. But you are allowing such kind of, because you are there was, now I could not see the education minister, therefore I could not speak more on that deemed university. But it is the deemed university, because of that, many people are, other institutions are suffering a lot. Second, sir, first of all, this deemed university concept, because Sir Raja Krishnan was the President of India, he only introduced deemed university concept. At that time, why is introduced means Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, reputed campus, is a state, central government institute. But why you have not come forward to bring that bill to convert this deemed university that is called, say, Indian Institute of Science, say, excellent institution, would have converted a central university or not done that? Why I could not understand. But you are coming the railway thing, but appreciating that. But at the same time, I am requesting you to see that the names has to be given respective languages, not only this subject. You take any program, Sadak Yojana program, so many programs telling, you give equivalent to the word in that kind of languages, national, other language, regional language, what you are calling the regional languages. It must become. Otherwise, people cannot understand what this thing, what other members said. Therefore, once again, I am telling, sir, requesting you, I am supporting this bill. At the same time, you have please respect the sentiment of the states and the language people. This must be equivalent word must be given side by side. Otherwise, I'd put three languages, means at least one language you put the Hindi, right? Well, welcome. We are not against any language. At the same time, you put English also. It is
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Tamil.
Thank you.
Third, put as any place in Tamil Nadu means you put Tamil in that name. It will be useful. If you are Orissa, you can put their Orissa language. Otherwise, Rajasthan means Rajasthan language.
Address the same, Mr. Tamil.
Anyway, that has to be with the spirit. Must not be one language. All we are today spoke. All languages, the language is our language. This kind India's language. There we fought freedom not for one language,
for we fought freedom for all the national language of this country.
Yeah.
That kind of
Yes,
spirit
yes.
must be there in governing, which I am supporting the Prime Minister always taking, you have to speak mother tongue.
Yes,
He always put Tamil language, Tamil poetry, so many things our Prime Minister is saying. I am always supporting that kind of sentiment of Prime Minister.
Thank you,
Mr.
Mr.
Modi
Tamburi.
ji. I hope that your ministry also will accept that and do that necessary. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Sri Ramji.
धन्यवाद श्रीमान जी कि आपने मुझे इस महत्वपूर्ण बिल पर बोलने का अवसर दिया। श्रीमान जी, शिक्षा व्यक्ति के व्यक्तित्व के साथ ही देश का विकास करती है। शिक्षा ही सभी समाज के साथ विकसित राष्ट्र का निर्माण करती है। इसलिए बाबा साहब डॉक्टर भीमराव अम्बेडकर जी ने भी कहा, शिक्षित बनो। और शिक्षित बनो के उपदेश पर ही जब उत्तर प्रदेश में कई बार माननीय बहन जी मुख्यमंत्री बनी, तो माननीय बहन जी ने उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर कई सारे स्कूल, डिग्री कॉलेज, कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट खोलने का काम किया और साथ ही कई महत्वपूर्ण विश्वविद्यालय खोलने का भी काम किया। गौतम बुद्धा यूनिवर्सिटी नोएडा, शकुंतला मिश्रा रिहेबिलिटेशन यूनिवर्सिटी लखनऊ, माननीय श्री कांसीराम साहब उर्दू फारसी यूनिवर्सिटी लखनऊ, ऐसे तमाम काम जनहित में करने का काम किया। और इसीलिए इन सब बातों को ध्यान में रखते हुए मैं इस बिल का सपोर्ट करता हूं। श्रीमान जी, साथ ही मैं उन सब बातों पर भी सरकार का ध्यान लाना चाहता हूं जो शिक्षा के अंदर जो कमियां हैं, जो परेशानियां हैं, वो बातें रखना मैं जरूर चाहता हूं। श्रीमान जी, विश्वविद्यालय बनाना बहुत अच्छा कदम है, परंतु उनमें सभी समाजों की जनसंख्या के अनुपात में प्रतिनिधित्व भी देना सुनिश्चित करना चाहिए। यह संविधान और सामाजिक न्याय की मांग है, परंतु कुछ समाजों ने इनका अवहेलना भी की है। जैसे कि विश्वविद्यालय किसी एक समाज का ही है। उदाहरण के लिए 54 केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय हैं, इनमें से एक भी विश्वविद्यालय के अंदर अनुसूचित जात का कोई भी कुलपति या वाइस चांसलर नहीं है। इसी तरह से दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय में 80 डिग्री कॉलेज संबंध हैं, लेकिन एक भी व्यक्ति वहां पर प्रधानाचार्य SC ST का नहीं है। यही हाल राज्यों का है। उत्तर प्रदेश में 23 स्टेट विश्वविद्यालय हैं, उनमें से एक भी कुलपति SC ST का नहीं है। यहां तक केंद्रीय विद्यालयों में अनुसूचित जात के प्रोफेसरों की नियुक्ति का प्रश्न है, तो इसमें प्रोफेसर के 204 सृजित पदों में से केवल 11 प्रोफेसरों के पद भरे गए, 204 में से 11, और 360 रीडर के पद पर मात्र 1% भरे गए हैं। इसके साथ ही IIT की मैं बात करता हूं। IIT के अंदर 4500 वैकेंसीज आज भी खाली पड़ी हुई हैं। श्रीमान जी, PhD में बात करना चाहता हूं। PhD के अंदर जो छात्र PhD करना चाहते हैं, मैं कंक्लूड कर रहा हूं श्रीमान जी, बस खत्म कर रहा हूं। PhD करना चाहते हैं, उसमें 30 नंबर का वाइवा होता है, और उस 30 नंबर के वाइवा में जो SC ST OBC के छात्र होते हैं, उस वाइवा में 2, 3, 4 नंबर दिया जाता है और उनकी PhD को रोका जा रहा है श्रीमान जी। इसलिए मैं सरकार से आपके माध्यम से अनुग्रह करता हूं कि इस वाइवा को 10 नंबर का किया जाए, 30 नंबर से हटा करके 10 नंबर का होना चाहिए श्रीमान जी। यही मेरी आपसे विनती है। धन्यवाद। जय भीम, जय भारत।
श्री कनक मेदला रविंद्र कुमार जी।
Thank you, sir. The bill proposes to convert the National Rail and Transport University of Vadodara, a deemed to be University of Gatisekti, Vishwavidyalaya. The new provision, Section 5 of the Central Universities, is a positive step in this direction. Sir, it can be seen from the proviso, the Gatisekti Vishwavidyalaya shall establish centers in India and abroad. I urge the Minister to establish one such regional center in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Sir, at this juncture, I also urge the Minister to take immediate steps to fill the vacancies that are existing in the institutes of higher education. The prolonged vacancies of faculty seriously affect the education of the students who are studying in these institutes. Sir, in response to my question to the Honorable Minister, the Education had stated that there are around 27 vacancies in Indian Institute of Management at Vizag alone. There are 15 vacancies post faculty in IIT Tirupati. The vacancies at NIT Tadepalligudem stands at 20. The vacancy position in Indian Institute of Information Technology, Design and Manufacturing at Karnool is 6. This is the situation in the institutes of higher education in the state of Andhra Pradesh alone. What could be the number of vacancies in Institute of Higher Education can be anybody guess. Sir, I urge the Honourable Minister to take steps on war footing to fill up all these vacancies at a time-bound manner by strictly adhering to the reservation policy of the Government of India. Sir, as per the provisions of Section 93 and Schedule 13 of the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act 2014, the Central University of Andhra in Andhra Pradesh at Anantapuram and Central Tribal University of Andhra Pradesh at Vijayanagaram have been established and functioning. In those two universities also the government has to take time-bound measures to fill up the vacancies and to have a permanent infrastructure. Already the TDP government has already allocated land, but no buildings are constructed. Sir, I request the Minister of Education to give special focus and attention in the state of Andhra Pradesh in the education sector because the present government is not taking any steps to complete their projects. And also the state government is taking steps and pursuing the policies which are against the new education policy, which focuses on imparting the education to youngsters in their mother tongue. But the state government is everybody's surprise, and this has introduced English as a compulsory medium instruction of state, sir. This is a serious issue.
Thank you. I am calling now.
There is a need for urgent
Shri
intervention
Santosh
by
Kumar
this
P.
government.
Please.
Sir, one more. Final
Paucity of time, please. Santosh Kumar P.
One more
please
issue,
speak.
sir. Sir, as far as the right...
You speak, it will go on record. Now it's not going on record. No, sir, time is over. Sir, there are few more speakers.
Sir, now the state government is not taking...
Please, no, not going on record now. Please, Santosh Kumar, please speak. Please speak.
How can he speak?
No, he has already taken his time.
Sir, we have 126 deemed universities in this country, according to available statistics. So I would like to ask you, what is the criteria in selecting a particular university and to enhance its position to that of a central university? For example, in Kerala, there is a renowned institution which was established in the year 2007, India Institute of Space Science and Technology. Luminaries like APJ Abdul Kalam were at the helm of affairs of that university. So now, you are trying to enhance a university which was established in the year 2018 only to that of a national university. So there must be a criteria, and unfortunately, the government, maybe the great Prime Minister's, I'm not questioning his authority, vision like that. So in the name of Prime Minister's vision and everything, you are actually trying to undermine the interests of other states and other important universities. This is very sad, and you have to stop this. Secondly, in this statement of objects and reasons, it is stated that to reverse brain drain. It is important to note that you have acknowledged the fact that there is brain drain in this country. So, sir, to stop brain drain, you have to enhance the higher education, research deposits. We are spending just 0.7% of the GDP for research purposes, whereas the international average is around 2%. So with that only, you can reverse the phenomenon called brain drain. And thirdly, I can tell you, sir, as most of my speakers have pointed out, fellow speakers have pointed out, the universities are facing a lot of problems. Higher education is in a kind of mess. Most of these vacancies are unfilled, teachers' posts and reservation is not following. But your government is interested in fragmentalization of this university education.
Please go.
Now you are starting this kind of university. Tomorrow you may start another kind of university. So please stop this, and this will not suit the purpose of the nobility of university education. So your government has to think seriously about that. And finally, sir, the best thing about these central universities is that governors are having no role in it. That is the best thing, fortunately. Otherwise, it would have been more difficult. And I would like to request one more thing. This railway is the lifeline of this country, and if at all you are going to implement this thing, then a branch must be started in Kerala also. Because
Thank you.
That is a multi-purpose university.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Professor Ram Gopal Yadav. Professor Ram Gopal Yadav.
शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में कोई भी कदम उठाया जाए प्रोग्रेसिव तो वो अच्छा ही होता है। हालांकि कुछ माननीय सदस्यों ने जो प्रश्न खड़े किए हैं वो स्वाभाविक भी हैं और जायज़ भी हैं। मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि जब इस तरह के कदम केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय उठाने के लिए केंद्र सरकार सोचती है, विचार करती है, तो अन्य राज्यों का भी ख्याल रखना चाहिए। हमारे बगल में बैठे हुए माननीय सदस्य ने कहा कि केरल में खुलना चाहिए था, और राज्य भी ये कह सकते हैं, और जो राज्य पहले से ही ये यूनिवर्सिटी से संपन्न हो उसकी जगह दूसरे राज्यों में खोलना चाहिए था। प्रधानमंत्री जी का अब राज्य उत्तर प्रदेश है, वो उत्तर प्रदेश से एमपी हैं, उत्तर प्रदेश से प्राइम मिनिस्टर हैं, तो गुजरात के बजाय ये यूनिवर्सिटी आप उत्तर प्रदेश में बनारस में काशी में खोल देते, वहाँ यूनिवर्सिटी है उसको अपग्रेड कर देते और तो बेहतर होता। एक प्रश्न डॉक्टर हनुमंतैया ने शुरू में किया था, मैंने स्वयं सोचा था कि जिसका आपके बिल में जिक्र नहीं है कि इस यूनिवर्सिटी में एडमिशन लेने वाले बच्चों को का किस तरह से होगा। कोई उसका कम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशन होगी एंट्रेंस की, सारे देश के बच्चों को एडमिशन करने का उसमें मौका, एडमिशन लेने का मौका मिलेगा या नहीं मिलेगा, ये चीज़ स्पष्ट होनी चाहिए ताकि कोई कन्फ्यूजन ये न हो कि उसमें केवल एक राज्य के बच्चे ही पढ़ें। सारे देश के बच्चों को मौका मिले, ये लोगों में जाना चाहिए मैसेज, क्योंकि अभी कहेंगे कि वो गुजरात के लिए बनाई जा रही तो गुजरात के बच्चे पढ़ेंगे जाके, और जब यूनिवर्सिटी को आपने अपग्रेड किया है, पूरे देश के बच्चे उसमें आएंगे, एडमिशन लेंगे, तो उसका पूरा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर रहना चाहिए, तैयार रहना चाहिए, बच्चे पढ़ें। हॉस्टल में की व्यवस्था पहले होनी चाहिए रहने की, क्योंकि निजी मकानों में किराए पर जब बच्चे रहते हैं तो उनके पास इतना पैसा नहीं कि उसको दे सकते हैं। ना हॉस्टल हैं और ना मेस हैं पर्याप्त मात्रा में, जहाँ भी दूसरी जगह भी है, बच्चों को इधर उधर रहना पड़ता है और बहुत ज़्यादा किराया देना पड़ता है। उनके गार्जियंस को मुश्किल होती है ऐसे विद्यालयों में पढ़ाने के लिए, चाहते हैं लेकिन पढ़ा नहीं पाते हैं। मैं तो दिल्ली में देखता हूँ, हमारी ग्रैंड डॉटर पढ़ती है LSR में, हॉस्टल नहीं मिला तो छोटा सा कमरा, मैं गया एक दिन देखने तो एक बच्ची विशाखापट्टनम की, एक वो रह रही, दोनों से 30-30 हज़ार रुपया महीना लिया जाता, जबकि 5,000 रुपये का कमरा नहीं। मजबूरी है, बच्चे कहाँ हैं। तो जब ये यूनिवर्सिटी अपग्रेड कर रहे हैं तो मेरा सुझाव है माननीय मंत्री जी कि वहाँ हॉस्टल की व्यवस्था होनी चाहिए, और हॉस्टल में मेस की व्यवस्था होनी चाहिए, बच्चों को खाने के लिए बाहर न जाना पड़े और एक्स्ट्रा ज़्यादा पैसा न देना पड़े। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू। माननीय मंत्री जी का जवाब।
धन्यवाद सर। 14 मान्यवर सांसदों ने बहुत ही अच्छा डिबेट किया और बहुत अच्छे सुझाव आए। अगर इन सुझावों को हम 7 या 8 कैटेगरीज में बांटें तो मुख्य मुद्दे जो कि गतिशक्ति विश्वविद्यालय और इस पर्टिकुलर बिल से रिलेटेड है उनको मैं एड्रेस करना चाहूँगा। कई मुद्दे रेलवे से रिलेटेड थे, कई मुद्दे एजुकेशन की दूसरी सवाल जो दूसरे प्रश्न उठते हैं उन वैसे विषय थे, उन विषयों को शायद किसी और फोरम में एड्रेस किया जाए। माननीय सभापति जी, सबसे पहला मुद्दा उठा कि क्या ये केवल गुजरात के लोगों के लिए। अगर कोई भी इस बिल को पढ़ के आए तो मेरे ख्याल से ये कहने का प्रश्न नहीं उठता। क्लॉज 6 बहुत स्पष्ट लिखा है कि ये यूनिवर्सिटी सारे देश के लिए है। इट विल एक्सटेंड टू द होल ऑफ इंडिया। माननीय सभापति महोदय, सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी और क्लियरली लिखा हुआ ज्यूरिसडिक्शन होल ऑफ इंडिया, तो इसमें प्रश्न ही कहाँ उठता है कि ये केवल गुजरात के लिए। गुजरात में नेशनल जो रेलवे का ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट है वो इस्टेब्लिश्ड है, और ये यूनिवर्सिटी सारे ट्रांसपोर्ट सेक्टर को कवर करती है। रेलवे उसमें एक बहुत बड़ा महत्वपूर्ण रोल अदा करता है। रेलवे, हाईवे, पोर्ट्स, एविएशन और विशेषकर मेट्रो, जो अर्बन के बारे में बात की वंदना जी ने, अर्बन ट्रांसपोर्टेशन और इन सब को लेके इस यूनिवर्सिटी को डेवलप किया जाएगा। इसमें देश के सभी बच्चे एडमिशन ले सकते हैं, लेंगे एडमिशन, और बहुत अच्छे तरीके से देश के कई सारे जगह में इसके कैंपसेस भी बनाए जाएंगे। तो कई मान्यवर सांसदों ने जो कहा कि हमारे इस राज्य में कैंपस बने, उस राज्य में कैंपस बने, बहुत ही सोच समझ के इस यूनिवर्सिटी को रेलवे मंत्रालय में रखा गया माननीय सभापति महोदय। इसका कारण है कि रेलवे के बहुत सारे सेंट्रल ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं और रीजनल ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं। वो ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स देश भर में फैले हुए हैं। एक बहुत ही अच्छा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है। जैसा कई मान्यवर सांसदों ने कहा, वी शुड बी यूजिंग द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर दैट वी ऑलरेडी हैव। एग्जैक्टली दैट इज व्हाट वी आर डूइंग इन दिस बिल। जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हमारे पास ऑलरेडी है, उस इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को अच्छे से यूज किया जाए। ऑलरेडी देयर आर सो मेनी लेबोरेटरीज विच आर अवेलेबल, देयर आर सेंटर्स ऑफ एक्सीलेंस विच हैव बीन डेवलप्ड, देयर आर फैसिलिटीज फॉर स्टेइंग। मान्यवर श्री यादव जी ने कहा था कि हॉस्टल होनी चाहिए, हॉस्टल्स कई जगह ऑलरेडी बनी हुई है। तो क्यों ना इन सब को लेके एक नया आयाम दिया जाए, एक नया डायमेंशन दिया जाए, एक नए लेवल पे लेके आया जाए। उस पे बहुत सोच के इस गतिशक्ति विश्वविद्यालय की कल्पना की गई। दूसरा प्रश्न उठा कि मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी यूनिवर्सिटी क्यों नहीं हो, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन फोकस्ड क्यों। माननीय सभापति महोदय, रेलवे और मेट्रो और ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सेक्टर बहुत ही कॉम्प्लेक्स सेक्टर है, और विशेषकर रेलवे मेट्रो की बात मैं कहना चाहूँगा। इतनी सारी डिसिप्लिन्स मिल के कहीं पे एक रेलवे सिस्टम को चला पाती है। मैकेनिकल, इलेक्ट्रिकल, सिग्नलिंग, टेलीकॉम, सिविल इंजीनियरिंग, ऑपरेशंस, इन सब को अगर मिलाते हैं तब जाके कहीं सिस्टम चल पाता है। इलेक्ट्रिकल, सबको मिलाएं तब जाके सिस्टम चल पाता है। ऐसी परिस्थिति में अगर एक बच्चा जो किसी भी इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज से आता है, चाहे आईआईटी से आए, किसी भी अच्छे इंस्टीट्यूट से आए, उसको कई वर्ष लग जाते हैं। माननीय सभापति महोदय, a graduate takes typically 5 to 6 years to be able to understand railway होता क्या है, metro होता क्या है, and then only the real productivity and real skill comes. उसके बजाय अगर हम पहले से एजुकेशन दे के प्रॉपरली ट्रेंड रेलवे सेक्टर के लिए, मेट्रो सेक्टर के लिए, पोर्ट सेक्टर के लिए, इनके लिए प्रॉपरली ट्रेंड अगर बच्चों को तैयार करें, तो wouldn't that increase the productivity, wouldn't that increase the level of skill which is there in the sector, which is needed in the sector. आपने अर्बन डेवलपमेंट मिनिस्टर रहते हुए माननीय सभापति महोदय देश के कोने कोने में मेट्रो का जाल बिछाया। आज उसके लिए कैडर की जरूरत है, उसके लिए एक जरूरत है कि ट्रेन मैन पावर हो। इसी परिकल्पना को लेके गतिशक्ति को ट्रांसपोर्ट फोकस बनाया गया। मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी जरूर रहेगा। वंदना जी का जो प्रश्न था, सस्टेनेबल ट्रांसपोर्ट, अर्बन प्लानिंग, ये सब इसमें रहेंगे। जरूरी नहीं कि हर एक सब शब्द को उसके बिल के आरंभ में ही लिखा जाए, बट ये सब इसके इंटीग्रल पार्ट रहेंगे। प्रश्न उठा पब्लिक फंडिंग का और प्राइवेट फंडिंग का। दिस इज अ पब्लिक यूनिवर्सिटी। इस यूनिवर्सिटी में फंडिंग, जैसा मैंने आरंभ में कहा, ऑलरेडी मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रेलवेज ने 166 करोड़ इसके लिए बजट में प्रावधान किया है। प्लस जो बिल्डिंग बन रही है इसकी नई, इसकी जो बिल्डिंग बनेगी, उस बिल्डिंग के लिए अलग से एक और बजट बन रहा है। तो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी पब्लिक फंडिंग, पब्लिकली फंडेड यूनिवर्सिटी। इसमें कोई इसमें डाउट नहीं है। जो भी मान्यवर सांसद इस पर डाउट करे उनके लिए मैं स्पष्ट जवाब देना चाहता हूँ। एक मान्यवर सांसद महोदय ने कहा कि एग्जिस्टिंग एम्प्लॉयज पे उनका क्या करोगे। अगेन आई वुड लाइक टू रेफर टू दी क्लॉज 4F, और जिसका अन्य हाउस में बहुत ही प्रशंसा भी की गई कि एब्सोल्युटली कोई डिसरप्शन नहीं हो, एक सीमलेस कंटिन्यूटी बने, उस परिकल्पना के साथ क्लॉज 4F लाया गया। एवरी पर्सन एम्प्लॉयड बाय द NRTI immediately before the commencement of the Central Universities Amendment Act, ये वाले bill, shall hold his office or service in Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya established under this act with the same tenure at the same remuneration and upon the same terms. बेसिकली एक कंटिन्यूटी रहे, उसका बहुत अच्छे से प्रावधान किया गया है, और उस प्रावधान का बाकी सब जगह, इनफैक्ट जो एम्प्लॉयज़ हैं उन्होंने भी इसका स्वागत किया कि आपने बहुत सोच समझ के रखा कि हमारी सर्विस में कहीं पे कोई डिसकंटिन्यूटी नहीं आए। तो बहुत ही एक ह्यूमेन तरीके से सोचा गया है। इसके अलावा विषय और भी कई सारे आए माननीय सभापति महोदय। समय की मर्यादा है। एक रिक्रूटमेंट ऑफ रेलवे में रिक्रूटमेंट पे विषय आया, मैं एक बार फिर दोहराना चाहूँगा, 2014 से 2022 के बीच में करीब 3.5 लाख 3,50,000 employees have been given employment by Indian Railways. So this is not a small number, Honorable Chairman, sir. This is a very large number, and if some honorable member needs more details can be provided, but don't please quote selectively and give and mislead the House, Honorable Chairman, sir. This is what I'll request Honorable Member who gave this number in a different context. और मुद्दे आए, विमेन पार्टिसिपेशन इन ट्रांसपोर्ट एंड लॉजिस्टिक्स, ये डेफिनेटली एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट मुद्दा है, और मैं बहुत ही गर्व के साथ कहना चाहूँगा कि इंडियन रेलवेज ने विमेन पायलट, यानी जो लोको और इंजन को ड्राइव करते हैं, विमेन पायलट का भी रिक्रूटमेंट आरंभ किया, उनकी ट्रेनिंग भी की है, एंड द रिजल्ट्स हैव बीन वेरी गुड. दिस इज अ वेरी गुड एग्जांपल ऑफ विमेन्स एम्पावरमेंट in a very difficult and very complex sector, Honorable Chairman, sir. बहुत सारे और विषय अर्बन प्लानिंग का मैंने एड्रेस किया, लैंग्वेज का, this will definitely have, this university will definitely have global standards of education. अगर दुनिया के हम इससे co-related institutes देखें तो MIT of US is probably the best in the world. किस तरह से उन्होंने ट्रांसपोर्टेशन फोकस्ड कोर्सेज लेके they have created a cadre of people who are today serving all over the world as the best professionals in the transportation sector. We already have tied up with them. We will be tying up with many other institutes in the world, and the education standard will be global standard. The thought process will be that the students who come out of this university not only serve the transportation sector of India, but also they should be capable and be prepared for serving the transportation sector all over the world, and they should become the biggest brain power, because Honorable Chairman sir, ऐसी कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी और इस तरह का कॉम्प्लेक्स नेटवर्क बहुत कम देशों में होता है जिसमें स्टूडेंट्स अपने स्किल्स को होन कर सके, अपने स्किल्स को और डेवलप कर सके. तो हम लोग सौभाग्यशाली हैं कि भारत में इतना कॉम्प्लेक्स नेटवर्क और इतना एक ऐसा नेटवर्क अवेलेबल है जहाँ पे स्टूडेंट्स अपने प्रैक्टिकल थियरी के अलावा प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज भी ले सकें, और इन सब प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज को लेके दुनिया भर में भारत का परचम फहराए. भारत को जो विश्व गुरु का दर्जा देना है वो उस राह पे चले, और भारत की जो हमारी टेक्निकल कैपेबिलिटीज़ है उसको आगे लेके जाए. माननीय सभापति महोदय, बहुत बहुत आपको धन्यवाद कि आपने आज आपके फेयरवेल समारोह के बावजूद इस बिल के लिए समय दिया. मेरा पर्सनल सौभाग्य रहा है आपके साथ कई वर्षों से जुड़े होने का. आपने हमेशा आशीर्वाद रखा है और हमेशा स्नेह दिया है, हमेशा गाइड किया है, और आज इस बिल को आपके चेयरमैनशिप में ये हाउस पास करेगा. इस हाउस का सौभाग्य है कि आपने जो युवाओं के साथ, एजुकेशन के साथ आपका हमेशा जुड़ाव रहा है, उस जुड़ाव की एक सबसे बड़ी मिसाल ये गतिशक्ति विश्वविद्यालय बनेगा. धन्यवाद.
The question is that the Central University's Amendment Bill as passed by Lok Sabha be taken.
Why the name has been changed from English to Hindi? You are not given any clarification.
Right.
What is the need for that?
Minister didn't
No,
say anything about
Shiva, you made your point.
Sir, sir.
No, there is no question of imposition. No imposition, no opposition. That should be the proposition.
Sir, sir, Honorable Minister did not say anything about the railway zone which has been promised, sir, in 2000.
Right.
AP
You want to say anything about railway zone?
Honorable Chairman, sir, there is no relation with this bill, but still I would like to mention that whatever has been promised is being done in a very meticulous way. The South Coast Railway Zone issue has been deliberated with the Honorable Member outside this House also, and the DPR has been prepared, land for constructing the building has been identified. This is something which is already a work in progress,
Right.
Honorable Chairman.
Lakshman, Dr. Lakshman.
Sir,
Please.
Sir, Honorable
Without my
Chairman,
permission.
Sir, Honorable Chairman, sir, in pursuance of this Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act 2014, there was supposed to be a tribal university in Telangana also. But due to the delay in the allocation of land by the state government and also to the priorities changed by the state government.
We are not discussing.
No. I would like to know what is the latest position of the
Right.
government in establishing tribal institute in Telangana, sir.
The question is that the Central University's Amendment Bill 2022 as passed by Lok Sabha be taken into consideration. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. We shall now take up class by class consideration of the bill. Class 2 stands part of the bill. There is one amendment, number 1 by Dr. V. Sivadasan. Sivadasan, are you moving?
That's a very important amendment. That's moving.
Amendment moved. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. No. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. The amendment is negative. I shall now put class 2 to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Class 2 is adopted. Class 3 stands part of the bill. There is one amendment by Dr. V. Sivadasan. Are you moving?
I'm not moving, sir.
Not moving. So I shall now put class 3 to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Class 3 is adopted. Class 4 stands part of the bill. There is one amendment, number 3 by Dr. Sivadasan. Are you moving?
I'm not moving, sir.
Right. I shall now put class 4 to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Class 4 is adopted. Class 5 stands part of the bill. There is number 4 amendment by Dr. V. Sivadasan. Are you moving the amendment?
Sir, because of I am expecting the silver line. They are allowing the silver line. That is why I am withdrawing.
I shall now put class 5 to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Class 5 is adopted. Class 6 stands part of the bill. There is one amendment by Dr. Sivadasan. Are you moving?
No, I am not moving, sir.
Right. I shall now put class 6 to vote. It is the members' prerogative whether to move the movement or not. I shall now put class 6 to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Class 6 is adopted. Class 1, the enacting formula and the title stand part of the bill. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Class 1, the enacting formula and the title are adopted. Minister Sri Ashwini Kumar to move that the bill be passed.
Honorable Chairman, sir, I move that the bill be passed.
Motion moved that the bill be passed. The question is that the bill be passed. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The bill is passed. Message from Lok Sabha Secretary General.
Sir, with your kind permission, I rise to report that the Lok Sabha at its sitting held on 8th August 2022 passed the Energy Conservation Amendment Bill 2022. I lay a copy of the said bill on the table.
Permitted special mentions. As there is paucity of time, only you can raise and say that I am placing it on the table. Sri Mukul Balakrishna Vasnik, no, absent. Dr. D.P. Vats.
This is regarding receding water table in southern Haryana.
Right.
And I lay on the table.
Thank you. Sri Ramnath Thakur. Right. Sri Haridwar Dubey.
हिंदू मंदिरों के पुजारियों के लिए वेतन भत्ता की व्यवस्था के मामले.
Right. Right. Sri Sushil Kumar Modi.
Need for a single charging device mandate for consumer electronic devices in India.
Right. Praise. Sri Y. Vijay Sai Reddy. V. Vijay Sai Reddy.
Sir, if you permit, I can read.
No. Can read the main line.
Subject at least, sir. I lay, sir, request to ensure that the next delimitation commission gives due weightage to demographic performance, income gap, area, forest and ecology while drawing the boundaries for Lok Sabha constituencies as well as assembly, sir.
Thank you, Vijay Reddy.
Sir, I lay it on the table.
Right. Mr. Sen.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. As the Ordnance Factory Board has been dismantled and has become DPSUs, all the 24 schools having 20,000 students under OFB must be under DPSU, and those schools must not be closed.
Right.
That's my urge upon the central government.
Mamata Mohanta.
I lay it on the table.
Anybody want to associate? They can say. Mamata Mohanta.
माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, मुझे बोलने की मौका दिया, इसीलिए धन्यवाद। मैं उड़िया में बोलना चाहती हूँ।
नहीं, उसको पढ़ना है बस एक ही लाइन में, समय कम है विकास। राय रंगपुर में केंद्रीय आदिवासी विश्वविद्यालय का स्थापना के संदर्भ में
स्थापित प्रतिष्ठा की।
राइट। श्रीमती शांता छेत्री।
Thank you, sir, for allowing me to speak. Sir, my subject title is Jobs and Compensation for 11 Gorkha Rifles personnel who lost their lives in Manipur landslide on 30th June 2022.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Shri Balbir Singh जी, संत बलबीर।
मैं अपना आपदा ध्यान पंजाब विच वगदे दरिया ते थले रेलवे दे पुल जिहड़े आ उन्हां हेठां गार जमी हुई है ते ਉਹ ਹੜ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਾਰਨ ਬਣਦੇ ਆ। ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਰੇਲਵੇ ਦਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਦਿਵਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਹੜ੍ਹ ਦੇ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਪ੍ਰਭਾਵਿਤ ਨਾ ਕਰਨ।
धन्यवाद संत बलबीर सिंह जी। श्रीमती पंगना कोनियाक।
Chairman, sir, I rise to lay this request for Naga political solution at the earliest. Thank you.
Political solution to Naga problem. Right. श्री धनंजय भीमराव महादिक।
धन्यवाद सभापति जी। सभापति जी, राजर्षि छत्रपति शाहू महाराज महाराष्ट्र कोल्हापुर के एक महान राजा थे। उनकी स्मृति शताब्दी महोत्सव के अवसर पर राजर्षि छत्रपति शाहू महाराज के नाम पर कोल्हापुर में नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी इंस्टीट्यूट की स्थापना करने की मैं सरकार से मांग करता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
श्री KRN राजेश कुमार।
Chairman, sir, I am laying allocation of the funds to develop the Mamalapuram as an iconic site for tourism in Tamil Nadu.
Right. Dr. John Brittas.
Honorable Chairman, sir, right of the members of Parliament to recommend works for the interest amount accrued for MB Lots funds be retained.
श्री जयंत चौधरी। जयंत जी है नहीं। श्री P. Wilson।
Thank you, Chairman, sir. To lay on table the special mention of urgent public importance to regulate criminal activities through social media by bringing in legislation or amending Information Technology Act 2000. Thank you, Chairman.
Sujit Kumar.
Sir, my special mention is about the need to revise the salary of Supreme Court, High Court and judges of the subordinate judiciary.
Thank you. Honorable members, as we move towards the conclusion of the session, I have to report to the House that the session 257 of Rajya Sabha, which commenced on 18th of July 2022, comes to a close today. In all, the House had 16 sittings during which it conducts business for more than 38 hours. However, more than 47 hours were lost due to interruptions, which is a sad reflection of the functioning of the House of Parliament. The session was characterized by regular and continuous disruptions, which deprived members of opportunity to discuss matters of urgent public importance and seek accountability of the executive through questions. Out of 235 stalled questions, admitted only 61 could be answered orally, and question hour could not be taken up on 7 days. Only 25 matters could be raised by members with the permission of the chair, and only 60 special mentions could be made during the entire session. The House discussed the issues of raising of essential items in the form of a short duration discussion which lasted for more than 4 hours, in which 33 members participated in the debate. Only 5 government bills were considered and passed during the session. 27 private members' bills were also introduced, and only 1 private member bill regarding right to health could be partly discussed during the entire session. No private member's resolution could be taken up. I once again thank the Honourable Deputy Chairman, leaders of the opposition, different political parties, leaders of the House, and all the honourable members for offering their good wishes on completion of my tenure as the chairman of this august House. I thank the LOP and also the leader of the House for the coordination they have extended in the overall conduct of the functioning of the House. I also thank Secretary General, officer staff, Secretariat for their help and assistance. The detailed statistics pertaining to this session will be circulated during the course by the Secretariat. National song, Vande Mataram. There is a program at 6 o'clock. You all know that. The House stands adjourned, sine die.
ఖచ్చితంగా చెప్పకుండా ముందుకు పోయే పరిస్థితి లేనటువంటి విషయాన్ని మనం అందరూ గమనిస్తూ ఉన్నాం. అమ్మ ఒడి లాంటి ఒక స్ఫూర్తిదాయకమైనటువంటి